Oh yeah, good idea. Let's get those.
Where are they? Oh,
There
there they are.
go.
There they are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Because we're live on Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. Oh, we're live on YouTube. Hey, 19 people watching us. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, come on. Come on, it's not Thursday at 8.
Oh, yikes. Hey now, John Moroni. How's everyone doing? Let me pause the video, make sure I don't have any audio bleed or audio problems.
Oh my gosh, listen to all that popcorn.
They're loving it.
Oh my gosh.
They just won't stop.
All right, here we go. This is it.
Again, was that really loud? Am I loud tonight or what?
Are you?
I never know. Audio? No, I don't know.
Hey now!
I'm sure these guys will tell me.
Just in time, Bro Lake.
Hey, you guys.
Oh, Paul, we got the
car cam.
Yeah, I'm at greetings from 107 degrees at 8 o'clock p.m. Mesa, Arizona.
Wow.
Sitting in a rental car, because my truck is getting some work done on it. Sitting in a rental car outside of the VCA emergency room hospital because Lemmy has been sick all day.
Oh.
She's got something what the veterinarians refer to as shits.
Oh man.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah, it's a veterinarian term. But she's had it all day, and I'm just going to basically get her some meds, and I took her off one of the medications that we think is causing it. And I'm going to assume her vitals and everything come back normal, her temperature and all that stuff. She's happy and all that stuff. She just every time she gets up, she leaves a Haley's Comet of all over the rug.
You have diapers for her? We used to have diapers for one of our.
It's not that. She can't do that because she's arthritic, so she has a hard enough time range of motion in her hind legs anyway.
Yeah.
So this thing here, she'll be fine as long as I get her off one medication and put her on another one. One of the medications that I put her on is known to have GI issues, and she's responding appropriately.
Well, take care of the girl. Good.
I'm here until the battery in this phone dies, which could be any minute.
Yeah, I know. I spent some time out in the vet's parking lot a couple of weeks ago. My girlfriend's niece, her dog was having trouble, so we were out there. Yeah, I know the deal these days. You have to be out in the parking lot or whatever, and wait till they text you, wait till they call you.
Yep.
Yes, but
it's a pain in the ass.
At least you got something to pass the time.
I'd rather sit in the car. What are you, nuts? Who wants to go sit inside with a bunch of strangers? I know.
Well, yeah.
Come get me. Dude, well, you do more work. I'm paying good money for this service. You do more work, and you come get me when you're ready.
That's right. That's
right. That crap.
All of that would be great if it weren't 107 outside and I weren't in this piece of shit Dodge Journey.
Oh, Dodge Journey. What is that? I don't think I've ever heard of a Dodge Journey.
Yeah, it's a meme-mobile. It's a small subcompact soccer mom mobile that I have had now for almost 2 weeks because my insurance company is paying for the repair of my truck, and this thing sucks. It's $38 a day, and I hate it. I'm sure if anybody in the chat drives a Dodge,
open that skylight.
I'm sorry. What?
We're looking right at the skylight. Let's open it up. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hang on a second. I think this will do it. You guys want to see the beautiful
nice. 100? Oh, no, I forgot that it's 112 out there, 150.
That's Mesa, Arizona. That's Mesa, Arizona, right there.
Yeah, you probably want to keep the AC going there.
Echo.
That's enough Mesa, Arizona for tonight.
Yeah.
Who's echoing?
Echo.
It's
If I don't
probably
notice it, it's me.
because I'm on my phone.
It's probably me.
Probably Jay.
I'm getting distortion though. I don't know what that is.
Maybe your ears. Uh-oh, we're losing you. Oh, you froze for a second, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is just milking the battery so quickly.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
you
have
sound
a
all
you don't
right.
have your charger with you?
No, it's not my car.
Is a charger is a cable that difficult to bring?
Didn't think I was going to be doing this from the car.
USB. So,
Wow.
how are we doing tonight, everyone? Johnny, Jay,
what?
Paul.
I'm going to bail out before this thing dies so that I can take the call from the vet.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
join
check
us
you later.
later. Join us later, Paul.
Hey, man.
Good luck, Paul.
Take care, Lemmy.
The Paul, live from the veterinarian.
Veterinarian Park. Somewhere in Arizona.
Mesa.
I thought that was a new sound machine. Johnny's pressing the sound machine. Jay's harmonics over there. That'd be a great sound machine sample.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, echo.
Echo again.
Oh, it's bad.
It's probably because I'm playing, and now it's picking up
Yeah,
the
just
background.
turn the monitors down a little.
My speakers, I don't even have my monitors on. It's my damn.
How are you hearing us? How are you hearing us?
Through my little tiny desktop
Monitors.
speakers. No, speakers, little tiny desktop speakers. That's how I'm hearing you.
All right, it sounds all right now. I don't hear any echo.
It probably had to get rid of the it was trying to pick up the amp.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on.
That was the whole situation.
What is today? The 7th?
I don't even know.
August 7th, 2021.
Still Saturday here.
11:08 p.m. where these guys are.
Right here. Right there. Over there.
These two. 8:07 out here in Santa Cruz where it's still daytime.
1984 right here.
It's 1984 right there where John BL is. Welcome everybody. Let's get what's it called open here? Let's find the video.
What is it called?
Straturday night. Here it is. Straturday night live. Here we are.
Nice.
Awesome.
Browns
Awesome.
fan likes the earlier start time. How do you like the earlier start time in the chat? Let's hear about it. I like it myself. I know Jay likes it.
Yeah.
I think it works.
Wow.
We're all a little livelier, a little more awake.
Oh yeah. I just woke up. I didn't really, but I've been just exhausted all day. False Flag, thank you so much for all the support, man. Love you guys. Can't watch live with your baby today. Dude, thank you so much.
Michael B likes the earlier time. All right. I think it's going to stick.
Yeah, that should be a poll, actually, here in the chat.
Keith Campbell likes it. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's just, I got Ellie starting school Wednesday, and she has to be up at like 6:30 a.m. for school. So that means I have to be up at 6:30 a.m. So I can't. I know this is a weekend and all that stuff, but once kids start waking up that early, she's going to be.
It ties over to the weekdays too. I know it.
Yeah, and I can't be going to bed at 3-4 o'clock in the morning anymore. It really is killing me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I used to go to bed at 3 o'clock like all the time. 3.
Yeah, it's the best.
Like all the time, and now it's like midnight is when I start thinking about it. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like, it gets to be midnight, and I'm like, I should probably hit it.
A year ago, deep in the in the times we were having last year, I won't say the C word, but during those times, yeah, it was
Thursday?
3 and 4.
Chex Mix.
Yes, the Chex Mix times back in 2020.
Chocolate chips.
Lots of chocolate chips, lots of kernels as well.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I guess my delivery is coming Monday. Oh, I was pumped. I was like, I'm going to be able to eat some kernels tonight. Nope. It's not coming till Monday. Johnny got his yesterday.
Wah, wah.
See, Johnny already takes precedence over me.
Okay, someone's downloading something over there.
On the what? Am I roboting?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Ellie's watching Netflix.
Ellie's sleeping. Ellie fell asleep
Oh,
over
yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, I would
ago.
hope so. Yeah.
Like almost, yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, Jeannie might be watching something. Let me check.
bandwidth is low in the Halen household.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah.
Saturday night. What is the date even? It's August 7th over here for a little while.
Yep.
There
I'm
we
going to
go.
be getting another delivery. Remember, Johnny, I was telling you that I'm getting a delivery. It says Monday it'll be delivered. Guitar related. I'll be able to show it. But also,
Can't wait.
I ordered. I'll just show you guys the other thing that I literally just placed an order for. And if anybody out there has one of these or multiple of these, let me know what you think. But the reviews are literally amazing for them. So let me just show you guys. Hold on.
And then we'll say hello to our executive producers here on YouTube.
Oh crap! Hold on. I'll just show you the damn screenshot. Hold on. So I ordered
All those guitars?
all those
Wow,
guitars.
that's a lot
They'll
of
all be here Monday. No, I
Hey, that-
ordered
Like
the
25 Dan Electros, man.
That one in the front's mine.
the string swing wall display. Now there's on the top there. There's two of them together, so that's what I did. So I ordered two of them. So basically I can have that top row. I can put 10 guitars on the wall, and I'm going to be doing it right over on this wall up here. Pow! So,
Do you need to purchase a few more guitars? Do you have 10?
well, next month I'll have 9, and then Ellie's is 10. So there's
So it's a goal to shoot for, definitely.
yeah, exactly. So I told Jeannie, I was like, well, I'll just have to buy another guitar to fill up the wall.
I have to. I mean, you can't have that space empty.
I got this 3-rack right here, which is great when you're like recording and stuff like that, when you can just like, okay, I want to use this guitar for this part instead of having to get up. But I have like that other rack back there. It's behind some stuff. I don't know if you can really see it. These the guitars leaning. So I'll get that out of the way, and I'll just be able to have, a wall of guitars there and clean up some of this floor space.
I like the wall hangers. It's a good aesthetic. I have a few in my living room.
David Scher.
Thank you, David Scher.
David Scher.
I've never played one either.
You think about buying a Gibson SG Standard? Dude, they're awesome.
I have an SG right. It's an SG. What is that? Special or standard? I think it's a special. But I enjoy any SG. This is
You got a guitar stand too.
First, yeah, I got the triple guitar stand there. This is my first favorite guitar, the SG. Even after I knew Ed, I knew of the Ed, the Van Halen stuff. I don't know. I guess I went through an Angus Young phase for a little bit, but that was like when I first learned how to play guitar. I was probably like in 9th grade, freshman or something like that.
So
you
were
always in
25?
SG. It was always an SG. And then when I was about 25, I bought an SG. So it was my first. The body style of the SG was. I know Jay. I know a lot of people don't like the SG, but that's I don't know something about it.
I don't even think I've ever held one, but if I did, I'd look like an idiot playing that thing. I'm not cool enough to play those guitars. You got to be cool to play guitars like that. No, I'm not cool.
I agree. Yeah, I mean that's why I got my.
Oh, you agree, huh?
I do agree. Let's pretend.
Oh.
Let's pretend I'm a great guitar player and all that. So.
Man.
But I do like the SG.
I like them. I had one. I had an Epiphone bolt-on at one time.
I haven't played this in months. You hear that? These strings are dirty. Shit. It's just been sitting on the rack. It's terrible, man.
Ew.
That's what happens when you just leave it alone, You got to wipe those strings. Don't forget to wipe your strings, everyone. Wipe the strings.
Rem and Stumpy.
Well, blurry.
Uh-oh. Hope that wasn't anything important.
No.
Yeah. all the nicknames his girlfriend has for him.
Not much better.
Stumpy.
I'm sure someone in the chat's going to look through all that. That was actually, I've been working on video stuff, and some of it's
Wait a
little-
minute.
little notes.
You've been staring into the video scope.
Yeah, they're all notes for video stuff, video edits, radio edit.
Zoom in on penis here.
No,
Super
not
zoom.
that kind of video.
Zoom in on guy's face from.
I'll have to do a string change with you guys. I'll have to do a string change with this soon.
Yeah. Tomorrow
Yeah.
night. I don't. Do we have any guests tomorrow night, Johnny?
Yeah, John BL is booked.
All right, he's
I
in.
guess, we'll
You
see if
open
I
your
can.
mouth.
Yeah, we'll see if I can make it next week. I mean
You open
tomorrow.
your big mouth.
What time you go on?
Midnight.
Yeah, forget it. I got to work on Monday. I'm working at 7 a.m. on Monday, so I don't think I'll be making it to midnight.
Come on, man.
Wow. Well, hey, speaking of notes, let's pull up this note here and let's say hello to our executive producers here on Johnny B TV on YouTube. We got Charles Green, Stephen Franklin, Joe Christian, Michael B, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, who I will be live with this Monday from Campbell, California, from Guitar Showcase.
That's right.
1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Laz and I will be live from the back alley.
Whoa.
Trying to get into the store. Bent Tom is a channel executive producer. The Chad, James Gum, Jarhead Rock, Wayno, Michael Smith,
The captain.
Andy Carson, John Moronic, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, Mike Neese. Mike Neese, thank you again so much, man. I'm getting I'll have an unboxing actually for Tuesday. Thank you to Mike Neese, R Habs, Lenny Lou, and Mary. False Flag. Thank you again for all your support, man. And Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael.
That is the top tier of executive producers here on Johnny B TV on YouTube. If you'd like to become a channel member, give it a try. Click that join button right below the 46 thumbs ups. Look at that. We just started. We're 18 minutes in. We got 46 likes.
How is that possible?
Wow.
It's because we've been promoting the likes for the show for like 3 days.
Wow.
Every show goes into another show. So when this show ends, you will see tomorrow's show sitting there, I think.
Yeah,
That's excellent.
it's there.
It should be, hopefully.
Most excellent.
If it's not, I gotta do that. But yeah, so every show goes into the next every day. You know, it rolls right along.
I wonder if there's people who are just sitting there for like 24 hours waiting for that feed to come on. I mean, I don't know. I can imagine. I used to do that when you guys would post an early preview or something. Just sit there for 12, 13 hours waiting for that. Or when there's like a live video that they put on ahead of time. I like to just sit there and watch like the blank screen for a long time.
And drool.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
I just can't wait.
But somebody, I don't mean to cut you off, but Daniel Vanderlinden says, anyone see Craig Stoffko's post on his CHS Custom Guitars Instagram about his 5150 Tour Relic? The guitar went on an epic journey and collected some kick-ass autographs. Craig actually texted me a little while ago and asked if I'd show, I guess, the pictures on here, and he has a little blurb about what happened. So maybe in a little bit we'll discuss this. And
yeah, I'd like to hear that. That sounds cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
So I'm going to take a screenshot of it so I can read it. So I don't have to keep
Screenshot.
going back to it. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, hey, speaking of screenshots, we're live. We're live on Facebook as well. This is kind of a screenshot that I made. I mean, not really. It's just a little card.
Boring screenshot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Sorry.
Spice it up a little bit. We are live on Facebook, Johnny Bean TV Facebook page, where we have Sharon Wilddollar hanging out.
Hey now.
There, and Brian Sparks.
Hey now.
Over there on Facebook. Who else is over there? Jamie Uhas.
Hey now.
is hanging out on Facebook right now. And also Charles Green is
Hey
over
now.
there. And I think that's everybody on Facebook currently. Thank you so much, you guys. You can support the shows and channel with Facebook stars over on Facebook. It's a digital gift that helps with the production of these shows. And we're live in the Van Halen group as well, 1974 to 2020, where I have to go in and pre-approve like 30 different posts and go through the approvals for members. There's like 100 people that want in. But you have to go through it. You can't just like let everybody in because a lot of them are weirdos.
Do you have one of those like entry questions where you have to answer
Yes.
a question to get it? Can you reveal what the question is? I don't remember if I had to answer it.
Well, I've changed it over. I changed it every so often. The question right now is
The password is
name 2 Van Halen songs.
No,
No,
my
see, that's-
dog knows 2 Van Halen songs. I mean, come
Well,
on.
see, that shows, you know, if you're a fan,
Yeah,
even just
I
a
guess
casual
so.
fan, you can name those.
Do you check spelling?
No, you just anything,
grammar?
any 2 songs that are typed in there, you get in.
Is it Ain't Talking About Love? Does that pass?
Yes, that passes.
I'm
Anything-
not talking about love.
Your eruption, Johnny. YOURUPT. Does that count? When
Yep.
you know, how you spell it?
Anything that resembles a couple Van Halen tunes gets you in.
All right.
So
Well, don't forget to join.
You should make the questions
Subscribe.
like, what neck was on the, the Bumblebee on this date? You know?
There you go. Yeah, you guys talked about that last night. The Starfleet project.
Yeah. That's right.
yeah, we can talk about that tonight, man.
Yeah, all the different necks on the Frankie.
And then obviously when Caleb gets here with Nerd Halen, he can tell us about the gig. Their
yeah,
gig
definitely.
they played last, was it Sunday? Last Monday, Sunday or Monday, right? August 1st, I believe it was.
Same name as High School Football Rules.
Damn right it does. Hey,
Boner
Boner
Jams.
Up
Thank you,
again
man.
late. Up again.
Great show, Boner Jams on Wednesday. It's been an action-packed week around here, man. Like every day, almost every day, there's been something.
Every day. I mean, it's every day.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be on vacation in a couple weeks. I missed the last
Yes.
some of the midweek programs. I can't stay up for, but
John Biel is gone.
I was gonna say can't stand.
no, I won't be gone on vacation. I mean, I have the days off.
He'll be binge,
I'll be at home
binge
doing
watching
No, I'll be
all this stuff.
trying to fill those days with fun and excitement, but I'll try and catch some of the weekly programming.
Mike Rogers, let's get started on this. This is kind of a fun, I guess, topic
Here we go.
we can kind of dig in on. He says, why is Sammy jealous of the Dave Van Halen era? I wouldn't say he's jealous. What I will say is that I think it still bothers Sammy that Dave doesn't even what's the word? Acknowledge the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen. And I get it. You know, when you're the one who's replaced, you know, I think Dave is probably takes it more personally, even though he'll never admit it. But I think that probably upsets him more that he was replaced in Van Halen and they had, you know, either the same level or whatever you want to, however you level, you know, measure success, you know, or that whole thing with Sammy. But I think Dave deep inside is probably more bitter about being replaced by Sammy Hagar than Sammy Hagar, anything having to do with Dave. Because Sammy knows he would have never been in Van Halen if it wasn't for David Lee Roth. So,
Right.
Yeah,
you know.
but Sammy Hagar is way more successful than David Lee Roth.
I was going to say, yeah.
I mean, when Dave left Van Halen,
Consistency.
he had one album that people like, and then after that, it was just nothing.
yeah, down and off a cliff.
I hate to say it, but
you can say skyscraper.
Throughout
but
the
after that-
90s and early 2000s, there wasn't a lot of Dave. I mean, Dave was, you know.
No, Dave was out of date. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the truth. But Sammy kept going. He put out record like every other year, a couple years. There was a Sammy album.
Yeah.
And
something going on. Cabo Wabo, Cabo Tequila, a different
But just in the grand scheme of things, in the public image or public light or whatever you want to say, spotlight, like Sammy Hagar was still relevant. Even though he's not selling out arenas like he was in Van Halen, but he was definitely more relevant than Dave was after Skyscraper.
Yeah.
Once the late 90s hit, or the late 90s, Jesus, even the late 80s, like in early 90s, Dave was like passe, as my father likes to use that word.
88 was the last successful Dave solo year. I mean, I don't think much came. I mean, I saw the first Van Halen-esque show that I ever saw was Dave and Little Ain't Enough tour, which was awesome, which was great. But Jason Becker was the last kind of footnote of that whole kind of solo thing. Mm-hmm. And then unfortunately, Jason couldn't tour, and in my opinion, Cinderella stole the show of that tour. That was what I was blown away by Cinderella.
All right, let's not go to Cinderella now. We're talking Sam and Dave here.
Were they the openers though?
Yeah, they opened. Yeah, they opened for it was Extreme and Cinderella when I saw them in '91. And
Halfay says lately Sammy can't get through a sentence without mentioning Dave. Sammy's a businessman. Sammy knows that he's going to get headlines if he mentions Van Halen and or David Lee Roth.
You guys know. I mean, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to people watching this. I mean, any interview that people do, anybody that's looking for press and publicity, it's a game, and you have to. There's certain things there's certain things you say and you do that are going to get clicks.
Yeah,
and so that's why. Sammy, every interview he'll ever do, he'll mention Van Halen because that was a huge part of his career. And anything Van Halen is especially now is huge.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I understand. Sometimes I'll read some of the stuff and I'm like, oh, here we go again with, I have to, but that's the thing. I have to read it or I have to watch the clip. That interview he did, that like Zoom or Skype interview, whatever the hell it was, from like 3 weeks ago or a month ago, was on with those two guys. When he was trashing Roth for that 5 minute straight span, I'm like, did Sammy forget that this is being recorded? Because he went in on Dave, and I was like, holy crap, man. I was like, I wonder if they told him, oh, we're just gonna shoot the S for a little while. We're not recording this, because he went in on him. I was like, wow. But again, like we just said, he knows that that's gonna get attention.
It's going to get attention, and Dave, there's nothing Dave that can do that can get at Sammy. Nothing.
Well, yeah, he won't even acknowledge it, though. That's the thing.
Like I said, Sammy is. I mean, you can ask any casual rock fan. Sammy Hagar is still relevant. He's still out there. Mm-hmm. David Lee Roth. Oh, he was in Van Halen. He. I'm sorry. That's the truth.
Yeah,
and we're not taking anything away from Dave, because we know
we love it all.
We know that Van Halen wouldn't have been what they were or are without David Lee Roth. That band wouldn't have worked with Sammy. They might have been successful at some level, but when that band came out in 1978, David Lee Roth was the perfect frontman singer for that band. It couldn't have been better with anybody else.
Right. And the same goes for when Dave left.
Yes.
Sammy Hagar walking in there was the perfect fit.
Yeah.
I don't think Van Halen would have continued if Sammy hadn't come along.
Yeah, maybe one more album, 2 more albums with Dave, maybe 2. Definitely one.
If they did another album with Dave after 84, it would have been the over the slope, over the top, whatever, jumping the shark, I guess,
We don't know, but it might have.
It could have been, yeah. I mean, just the relationship between everybody, it was going so downhill.
But Dave, especially with MTV, Dave kind of, and obviously the videos that they made for 84 were perfect for that time. But I think, and this is obviously just me thinking back and whatever, I honestly think Dave would have taken it to the next level with that stuff, and not in a good way. I think it would have really got corny.
Well, he did. Look at the look at
his solo
videos from in his early solo videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Definitely.
were corny, and
And they were great. I mean, I love them
At
all.
the time it worked,
especially Crazy from the Heat. I mean, those two were hilarious. I mean, but they were more, poking fun at stuff than doing the cover songs, California Girls and Gigolo.
Jumping the shark, John Bull.
Boner James won't quit tonight, man. Sorry, Boner. Trying to have a good time here. Dave's stick got old. Yes, Dave's stick.
Yeah, it definitely did. And who was it? Johnny that said it, or one of you guys said it, like last week or 2 weeks ago, about how when you had Eddie and Dave in the band together, it kind of balanced. Like Dave was able to do the weird stuff, the funny stuff, the goofy stuff that worked because at the time he's young, got the charisma, had the attitude and everything. But Eddie still kept that, kept it not grounded, but just, they had a good balance between the two main people in that band that had the image. But once Dave went on his own, it was like all Dave all the time. And it was just too much
Dave all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how the Roth, the heavy duty Roth fans can take that much Dave.
All right.
It's too much.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, they even have to admit, watching him on Joe Rogan and stuff, it's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah, there's that 11-minute clip. I couldn't even make it through 11 minutes of Dave talking. Just one clip. It's like, wow. Rogan's probably sitting there. I got to sit with this guy for 3 hours.
Bozique has a good question.
Let's see. Where's that? Ask them guys that. I got to run out and shut the flap for the chicken coop.
You got to do something about your internet.
I'll
You're
be right back.
Really
I know, Johnny. You're getting bandwidth.
Am I weird?
Low bandwidth.
Yeah.
Am I?
So Bozique says, I'll pose the question to you. If Hagar was the original frontman, had Dave then replaced him, would it have succeeded? I say no. Oh, I mean, it's a whole other timeline, a whole other history. I mean, I think Dave was, like Johnny said, Dave was the right guy at the right time in 1978, Yeah. And it worked
said that.
For a long time. I don't think it would have been nearly the same. But Hagar had his early career with Montrose and the early solo stuff in the early and late 70s. And I liked that stuff. And Hagar could definitely, hold his own, but he was no David Lee Roth in the late 70s.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, Van Halen wouldn't have been as big as they were in 86 or 85 when Sammy joined. Like I said, I do think that they would have been a popular band, but there's no way at that time they would have been as popular with any other frontman besides David Lee Roth. Right. It was just perfect match.
Yeah.
And again, like Johnny said, in 86, when with 5150, same thing. I don't think there was anybody else that could have replaced Dave that would have kept them either at that level or, still one of the biggest bands on the planet at that time.
Right.
So.
And and what was Sammy was pushing 40 in 1986.
Yeah, he was 39 years old on that tour, man.
Man, it's kind of a fluke that somebody, and who had a career for 15 years before 1986,
Mm-hmm.
Not that he struggled, because he certainly was, he was selling out arenas as well, but
well, he had the MTV thing going for him too, once
what could you kind of, I mean, somebody who was at Sammy Hagar's level in 1986, who else, somebody who had a career in the 70s, a mediocre, I hate to say it, solo career,
Mm-hmm.
never a number one, a low top 40 artist.
It's hard. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody can list a few guys, but here's my thing about Sammy, right? I think Sammy had the perfect. Sammy never got intimidated. He never tried to be a Roth. Like, he never tried to do anything that Roth did. and he had the confidence to not be like, oh man, I'm stepping into David Lee Roth's shoes in this band, man. The fans, all this. He was like, no, I'm in the, you know, he had the perfect number one personality and the perfect attitude about it, where he wasn't going to be intimidated about joining a band where the lead singer was larger than life, you know?
Right. If you brought in a young new lead singer, it probably wouldn't have worked as well. I mean, no, Gary wasn't even at that point. Gary was a veteran at that point, you know. So I mean, yeah, if I don't know if they had considered, you know, unknowns at that, you know, in 80, 85, 86, but
I'm sure there's a list of a couple dudes that they and female maybe as well that they.
But then they were, I mean, they did the right thing. I mean, it was, you know, the planets aligned, the stars aligned for that. I mean, to be honest with you,
you can't.
They struck gold twice. They struck gold twice in that, you know.
And they thought they could do it a third time. That's the problem when a band or anything, anybody on the planet doing anything, whether it's, you know, running a business, whether anything, you consider yourself lucky to catch lightning in a bottle once.
Right.
If you do it twice,
yeah,
you automatically think no matter what you do, you can hit it a third time and a fourth time, and it never happens.
Right.
Never happens. If you do it twice, stop, because you lucked out.
Right.
Yep.
Well, it works for whatever it's worth. They did it, and in the one common thread of the whole thing was Ed and, you know, and the band. I mean, you know, Alan and Mike played, certainly, you know, that trio. You know, if they didn't have such a powerful band, it wouldn't have. That was, you know, at least 50% of the whole package. You know. Well,
more than
75%.
that,
You know?
Yeah, without Eddie Van Halen, you know.
Yeah, it was such a big part of it.
Band isn't that goes without saying, obviously.
Yeah, and to some degree, you know, they still would have been successful, whether, you know, no matter who it was with.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here?
Oh, Johnny, you might have to restart your your operation over there.
It's really bad, huh?
Yeah. I can't.
You see
You look
it?
like you're like 80 years old right now. It looks like your beard is like real gray. The big Coke bottle, glasses on.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. It's we're uploading. There's stuff being uploaded in the other room. Huh?
Mosaic says the only reason it worked with Hagar was because he was a good singer. As much as original fans love Dave, at least the argument could be, at least the new guy sounds better. The reverse wouldn't work. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, the Wayback Machine, it's tough. We can all speculate on what would have happened if either they got somebody else besides Sammy, or if the roles were reversed, if it was. But then again, here's the thing. If Sammy Hagar was the original singer in Van Halen in 78, I don't think anyone would have ever heard of David Lee Roth.
Right. And you know, a 30-something guy in 1986 coming out with a solo album wouldn't have worked, you know, or coming or whatever it would have been, you know, if Dave came into the band in 1986 as a 30-something, you know, singer at his caliber, which Dave's strong point isn't necessarily singing, it's being a front man, you know, in most people's opinion.
And vice versa with Sammy, you know. Even though, you know, I wouldn't say that Sammy isn't a good front man.
No,
it's just, you know, people compare him though. That's the thing. It's like, oh, well, they had Dave, this huge, you know, personality up there, and now Sammy's just another band member, but he was still, you know, a good front man in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't compare them.
No.
It's two totally different bands. And then when Gary came around, Gary Sharon, that was another band.
Yeah, it could have worked in a different timeline. You know, Gary is such a great, you know, he's a great singer and a great frontman as well. He's got the best of both worlds, to quote Van Halen, 1986. But
well, I don't want to get myself in trouble here, but I don't think, you know, if it wasn't for the music and Extreme and Nuno Betancourt, you know, I don't think any of us would know who Gary Sharon is.
And that was
I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. I love Extreme. I think that, again, a chemistry thing. Gary Cherone works with Nuno Bettencourt when they
Right.
harmonize and their voices together, and his voice fits that music better than it fits the music that Eddie Van Halen wrote. Now, again, saying that,
Yeah.
it was still great seeing the Gary Cherone version sing the whole catalog of, because that's one thing that I kind of was pissed about Sammy. You know, he'd do like his 3 or 4 Roth era tunes, and they never really changed throughout the whole career of Van Hagar. He would, you know, they would pick and choose a couple of them, and that was it. You know, the Panama, you talking about love,
Right.
you know, that the jump, but you never really, you know, whatever. And I think they did like I think when I saw him in the Meadowlands, Jesus, at the Orange County Speedway, they did like a shorter version of Unchained or something, but that was it, man.
With Sammy, you mean?
Yeah. And
Yeah, they did. I think they did do Unchained for that tour. 93 was the only tour.
93. Yeah.
yeah, but that kind of sucks, you know, and you can blame the band for that too. Like they're the ones saying, all right, well, we'll just play our, you know, the stuff we're writing now and the stuff we've written. But you got to think of the fans, man. They still want to hear a lot of that stuff. And, you know, I know Sammy probably thought, well, I feel weird singing some of that stuff. Well, tough shit, dude. You're in the band. Sing it.
I mean, that was one of the best things that came out of the Gary era, is that when they went live, they did play those deep tracks from all eras.
Yeah.
So that was good. You got to see Ed playing those again in the late 90s. Sorry, Johnny. Go ahead.
Yeah. I forgot what it was. Oh, no. I mean, it would have been weird to see Sammy sing some of those tunes. I mean, kind of strange.
Mean Streets. Could you see Sammy just singing Mean Street? You know?
No.
Did I say Mean Streets?
Mean Streets.
Why not? Why not, man? I mean, make it your own. That's the thing. And Keith Campbell says they played the full Unchained. Well, yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm saying is the middle section when
Right.
you know they Sammy didn't do anything during that. They kind of skipped right over it and went to the, you know.
Well, like Michael singing Jump, or a fan coming in and singing Jump, you know, Sammy just never liked that song, you know, never wanted to do it. Mike sang half of it, or a fan would come in 86, sing it.
You've heard those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any of those boots?
Boots.
Boots? Yeah,
It's
you hear
another
some
boot.
kids screaming the song. It's funny.
Yeah, the set list on the VH3 tour was killer. You know,
Yeah, and
but
you go
that's-
back and watch some of those. I mean, they're great performances too. As much as it's not what you not what you're kind of you want Dave, or you want, you know.
Yeah.
But Gary did a great job with that. Yes.
Well, dude, if they went out and just played Van Halen 3 and sprinkled in 2 or 3 previous Van Halen tracks, the tour would have really been pain.
Right.
They had
They had
to sing that stuff, man.
It was a best of tour as much as it wasn't really supposed to be.
The newer stuff. Yeah, and that's the only tour that I missed. You know, not that I wanted to. I wanted to go, but I was playing shows myself. That's when I was living in Miami Beach at Desmond Child's place, and we were literally touring ourselves up and down Florida when that tour was happening. But I do remember seeing the stuff on MTV, like the Live at the 10 spot, the music videos, of course, and then hearing they had a radio broadcast where they were live from John Biel.
What are we talking about? 3?
Live from Zombie.
Van Halen 3.
Well, Australia was the big video anyway. I don't know
They
if that
were-
was the.
Yeah, but no, they were live. They did a record release and a show from Billboard. Was it Billboard Live? In Hollywood.
Nobody
In
remembers.
in Hollywood, they did a live radio thing. I remember listening to that in the car as we were on our way to one of our shows. And then I even went and saw on one of our days off. I went and saw that Lethal Weapon movie that was out. But I didn't know at the time that there was a Van Halen song in that movie. Did you guys know that?
No.
Lethal
Yeah,
Weapon,
I saw that in
whatever
the
one
theater.
that came out in '98.
Yeah.
There was a Van Halen tune, and then there's a
Really?
music video for it as well.
Hmm.
That's kind of in the chat.
I
What
didn't know
song
about
am
that.
I talking about?
Mike Rogers says, but Dave is one of the greatest
is.
frontmen ever. In my opinion, David Lee Roth is the greatest frontman ever.
Sure. Next to maybe Mick Jagger, I would say, but
He's
Mick
up
Jagger's
there
been
too,
doing it.
but,
You know, yeah, I mean, definitely Dave, and he invented the the '80s frontman.
Yeah, I mean, you got Axl up there as well. I mean, we talked about Guns N' Roses last
And
night.
Dave stole it from Jim Dandy, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of is weird for me. When you know that somebody literally stole their whole.
But who remembers Jim Dandy? I mean, Dave made it his own.
I know.
Ozzy, yeah. I mean,
and also, you know what? For all the guff that Roth gets for his voice, dude, listen to those first 6 records. Like, he's great.
He can do it when he wants to.
It's great. I mean, obviously, he doesn't have the range of Sammy or something, but that music didn't call for that. Like, his voice and his melodies and all the stuff that he does on those first 6 Van Halen records, it's perfect for that music. Like, there's never I'm like, ooh, what did Roth? No, it's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is classic. I mean, those first 6 records. I mean, there's nothing terrible.
Well, if you think about it, I mean,
they
might be one of the only bands that put out. If you think about it, Van Halen 1 all the way through Balance, there's not a bad record. You know what I mean? Like, you got 10 straight albums that are never a skip. I mean, obviously there's going to be a few tracks here and there that you might skip or whatever, but you're talking about a band
never a skip.
That you're going from 1978 through 1995 or to 1995 when Balance came out, and there's 10 amazing albums in a row. Yeah. Name one band.
At least from a fan's point of view. I mean, from the casual listener, they're not going to dive deep into the catalog, but if they did, there's so much quality there to experience, I guess. Yeah. I mean, that's in my opinion, and any fan's opinion, it's all quality stuff.
It really is, man. And all the time there's like, oh yeah, that band is awesome, but there's that one album, the third album. Oh my God, such a stinker. I can't. Van Halen doesn't have the worst
track on any of those. I mean, I guess Balance would come up as for me because I don't know Balance as well. Mm-hmm. But out of all, I mean, I've saw Balance live and I listened to the album several times, but I'm least familiar with Balance from
that's so weird.
From 1978 to 1991. I can't believe I haven't listened to Balance in several years. I've listened to maybe a couple of tracks here and there, but never all the way through.
All the way through that's the one Van Halen album where I can't listen all the way through. I'm sorry.
But I would say up until 91, what's the worst track up until 91, up until Carnal Knowledge? What are you going to say? I mean,
list them in the chat. What's your least favorite Van Halen track?
Yeah, but you're going to have somebody put in like Big Bad Bill or something. And that, to me, I hate using the term throwaway track because it's not. But when I talk about, like, when you're listing best and worst songs.
Just the fact that Jan was on.
A song like that, I don't really like to consider because you gotta make your choice hard. You got to make a difficult decision on these things. Worst song on the album. Oh, I got to pick something, not just a 2-minute little ditty. I got to pick a real song.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sharon, where is it? Sharon Wildow. That's right. Glenn LaFerman.
Hey, now.
Glenn LaFerman, who's watching us from somewhere. Oh, there you are, Johnny Bean TV. I see you. Yeah, Glenn LaFerman is
Jump. I can see. I'll Wait is a great song.
The more I listen to I'll Wait as the years go on, I like it even more and more. Yeah. Like, it came on the other day I was listening to. I actually had 84 on the other day. And it came out. I'm like, it's a good song. It's just a really good song. It's different. It has a different vibe than the rest of the album, which I think is kind of cool.
Darker.
So
thank you, Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
Michael McDonald.
Santa Cruz says if Sammy watched Straturday Night Live, he'd have a song about Colonel's popcorn. Hey, Sammy writes about what he likes, so yes, that's true. He would definitely be singing about
marketing.
Colonel.
Definitely that too.
Wow. Yeah, and Colonel's is good popcorn, by the way.
Did you finish any of your, you know, the Cajun
yeah,
mix or the?
yeah, I finished one of those.
Yes.
That's true.
Man. Yeah.
But yeah, check out Colonel's popcorn. It's delicious. Mention Jay Hannon or Johnny Beane when ordering, and you'll get a discount or you'll get more product. Kolonel'sGourmet.com.
Mike Neese says Inside is my least favorite. Inside is a great song. I mean, it's a great, it's something they can't replicate live, but for an album closer, 1986, I love Inside, and there's a lot of great guitar playing and a lot of great humor and banter going on there.
It's definitely a Van Halen fan song. Like if you're a casual listener, or if somebody's in the room with you that's not really,
just don't take it so serious. I mean,
yeah,
it's not a serious track. I mean, it's like Big Bad Bill. I mean, it's it's not filler, because a Big Bad Bill is to have Jan Van Halen on it, and just that is enough to really make it a classic to me.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, plus, I mean, something maybe some people don't think about is Big Bad Bill. That's not a Van Halen style song at all.
Yeah.
So to be able to hear them play something like that, it shows you how they're such great musicians.
I think Mike played upright bass on that.
Mike played he played one of those huge ones like they play in like the
like
Mexican
Sting
restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Because Eddie said
mariachi.
Yeah, Eddie said in an interview, I think the one with Yaz Obrecht, when they tracked that song, they're all sitting around, and Mike played one of those huge basses, and then Eddie had all the sheets in front of him because he said he couldn't remember all the chord changes.
The chart, yep.
And he said he couldn't play that song again.
Right.
But
Al
even
played brushes. He had like the brushes on the snare.
Yeah. So next time you listen to that, just think that's Van Halen playing.
It's a fun listen when you listen to it like that. But I mean, I'm just saying, when I'm sitting there listening to that album, I usually skip it just because I'm in a Van Halen mood and I want to hear,
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I get that.
Betrayals.
Yeah. It's fun to sing that one. There's a little banter going on about Jump. Jump belongs nowhere on a worst songs list. It was a massive hit and was pretty good just because it wasn't guitar driven. The issue with Jump is that it's so overplayed. That's it. Jump. I mean, if you step back from that song, it's a great song. I mean, the keyboard intro,
and they spent so much time on that song too in the studio. I mean,
in the grand scheme of things, it's a really, really great song, but it's just Van Halen fans have heard it so many times where it's like, God, I don't even want to.
I heard it on the radio twice today.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, yeah.
I have the instrumental version of it. I have all the tracks for it from Guitar Hero.
Of course you do.
So I listened to just the keyboard by itself, and it's a great.
Yeah.
It's great. And remember that sound, that keyboard sound they came up with. That wasn't a stock preset.
No.
Well, isn't it a patch? But obviously Eddie added think stuff.
I don't think it was even a patch. It was faders. It was an LFOs and all that stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Eddie said that they made that song, that track, that sound for that song.
That's awesome.
And
did he record it on the Oberheim, or was that just live
for the video? You mean?
No, did he record the basic? Was that the keyboard he used in the studio, the Oberheim?
I think so.
So it was an analog synth, basically, that you do all the envelope filters and the LFO and all that stuff. Basically, you dial in that tone. I think after 84, after 84 with MIDI and everything. I mean, I think MIDI came out in 84. Then you could do like actual, sampled instruments. You could do presets, and you could put a disc. I think you could put a disc into the Oberheim, to save a setting.
Oh, the floppy discs.
Yeah,
or the
3/4 inch disc, or whatever it was. The little, but they were still floppies.
3.5. Yeah, and who says it? where the hell did it go?
What the heck?
Well, where the hell did it go? Jump was Van Halen's introduction to the MTV. Well, I mean, if you just think about it in general, I mean, it's their biggest hit. So Van Halen, again, when Jump came out, it literally put them, into the stratosphere, man.
Really? It was, yeah.
Yeah.
John BL. I've got a Univox synth sitting right here on my desk.
Nice.
Here's like some of the
Oh, I want one of those. I
Here's
want a synth.
Here's
that you
pictures
can-
of my knobs.
Nice. Yeah, I want to get. There's some. They're coming down in price. The analog synth revolution is coming back, and I've been looking at some of them on Amazon. Like I think Behringer makes a good,
Rick,
just a module that you can do all the. I have a. I don't know. I don't even know if it's over there, but just what do they call it? A controller, a keyboard controller. Yeah, I got my. Yeah, let's not break anything.
Oh no! Look out!
dude, I have one of those too.
Yeah,
I might have the same exact one.
Oh, the M audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
I know
plug it
those.
into an amp, but you can plug it
No.
into because it's all like USB driven. But
Yeah. That's what you call a brain.
right, and
Right.
you could put it like a Behringer module or something that has all the LFO
you have-
envelope filters.
You have to hook it up to
Sawtooth.
like a laptop or something.
Yeah,
That's
To
only
get
a
in-
controller.
Yeah, but you can-
There's no sound. There's no nothing coming out of that.
Yeah, but if I could hook mine up to my Pro Tools and have all the the virtual instruments and basically
Absolutely, yeah.
play,
Yeah.
not that I know how to play piano or anything or keyboards, but I could tickle them keys.
but yeah, I want to get one of those analog full. Johnny's. I know you've got an old synth that you had that's got all the faders and everything.
It's right here.
LFOs and envelopes and sawtooth and triangle waves. I don't know what they're
Yeah. Well, where's my iPad?
square wave.
I've got the I actually have the
Johnny's got a Moog, a giant Moog system behind him that's like, plugging everything in and like this. This is my Moog here. Don't forget
There
to
you go.
Patch everything together.
Yeah. Oh man.
Moog.
I'm gonna have to do a video. I'm gonna have to. This thing. Can I drag this thing out? This thing's been sitting here on my desk the past like 6 years. I haven't used it since. I used to use it all.
I think we've heard it before. I think you've played it live long ago, a couple of years ago or so. Patch it in. Let's hear it.
Listen, patch it in.
I got like the Moog app on the phone here. Let's see if I have it.
It's stuck in the desk.
It's stuck in the desk.
It's been here for years. I mean, for years and years and years. It's been sitting here. If I can get it out. Where is it? Dang it. There. Oh yeah, it's all. Look at it. This is a first, you guys. This thing has been sitting here on this desk for years. You guys have never seen this.
Whoa.
See? Yeah. This has been
Yeah.
sitting under this desk all these years I've been doing this show. You guys had no idea this was sitting right in front of me.
Now, how many times has your wife said, Johnny, what are you doing with that keyboard under there? Are you getting
But yeah, this is my it's a little heavy. My Univox.
This is mine.
Oh, sorry. hang
Johnny
on.
can't.
No, we're
Johnny
seeing
can't-
Johnny's
he's
right
busy.
now, John. Stop trying to steal Johnny's thunder over here.
That's what I do.
Maybe I'll thing is if I plug it in, I'll have to use an amp because I can't plug in direct because I won't be able to hear it.
That's as good as I can do.
Actually, I could plug into an amp actually.
Let me see if I can plug.
You got the Yamaha over there?
Yeah, I used it today. I was
Oh, yeah, you were doing the outside thing.
Oh, good. I've got a pack of strings sitting here. I was looking. I needed some nines. Some nines. 99.
For
my string change for Sunday. How long have these strings been sitting there for years? Man. Oh, crap.
Didn't you have a whole bunch of like 5150 strings packs?
I do, but I'm not using them. Those are collectibles.
classics.
Here, I'm gonna plug this in. I'm gonna plug. You guys should hear this.
I don't know what you can hear. Yeah, I love it. Just playing around with that analog synth stuff is cool.
Here, I'm gonna plug mine in. I can't hear you though.
Let's hear it, Johnny. Analog synth night on Straturday night. What's the chat saying? The D tuna.
The D tuna. Somebody needs a little help setting one up, or no?
No, Johnny was just showing
Oh,
a card for or an ad for it or something.
I was texting with my cousin Mike. He goes, "Forgot you start early now." Blah blah blah. So this afternoon, Killian was taking a nap, and he woke up. So I went in there and laid with him for a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm getting FaceTime after FaceTime call on my phone from my cousin. I'm laying there. I'm like, this son of a bitch, you know. And so I just said it to him. I just told him, I was like, dude, you FaceTime me like over and over again. So he said it was a butt FaceTime. He was mowing the lawn. He said he was bending over a lot.
Oh yeah, you want to see that?
Yeah. So now I wish I would have answered, because I would have, probably just seen his back pocket dark, but heard, mowing the lawn. Probably would have been pretty funny. And I was like, I'm ignoring it. Like, get the hint, Mike.
It's quiet time in the Hannon household.
Yep. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
Johnny Beane sounding like the Buggles. Video killed the Johnny Beane star.
Mike Nee says, Jay, I didn't forget about you. I'll get the Guitar Wizards book sent off. Oh, thanks, man. That's very kind of you.
Nice.
Very nice.
Ben Tom shares a birthday with Ozzy Osbourne. All right.
Ozzy Osbourne.
I was watching some Mammoth, some of the bootlegs from the Mammoth tour currently going on, opening for Guns N' Roses. Man, it's good stuff. Wolf looks a little nervous, at least in the early shows. He was a little nervous. He was being a frontman is probably pretty new to him.
Oh, it's a whole different thing. I mean,
being the guy out there, but I mean, the music speaks for itself, definitely.
Music speaks for itself, and his voice.
Oh yeah,
his voice is there.
He's got nothing. I mean, he's got nothing to hide. He's just he's the whole package. I mean, as far as a singer, songwriter, composer, producer, whatever, he can do it all.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. Especially, it's got to be a great feeling when you get out there, and especially there is pressure on him. I mean,
oh yeah,
you can say what you want, but the fact that he's going out there and nailing these songs, going out, and his voice is, like I said, I can't say it enough. His voice is just, it blows me away that he can sing that well live.
Yeah.
Studio is one thing. And, we all know, especially modern day recording, you can get people that can't sing and make them sound like they can sing, where,
But even on the studio stuff, I mean, there doesn't really seem to be any auto tune or anything.
No,
I mean, sure
but at the same time, it's still the studio. So
yeah, oh yeah, and it translates really well live. Everything I've seen, definitely. And you watch some of the, I think it was the Giant Stadium stuff. You can see like Duff and the guys in the back walking through, watching some of his set, which was cool. And Axl had a good write up. Axl was saying some really nice things about him. I just saw a blurb on probably Facebook or something, but Axl was like really impressed with how well Wolf is doing.
Well, John, you kind of say it, man. I mean, writing music, recording music, and playing music is one thing, but getting out there and being a front man and singing that music live is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So you got to give the kid, and I say kid, but because he's younger than me, so I'm allowed to say he's a kid. But
Man,
you gotta
he
give
turned
him
30
credit.
this year. I think he
Yeah.
turned 30 on back in March.
Yep. So you definitely gotta give it.
And
up
he's
to
a
him.
veteran at this point, having toured with Van Halen for 10 years or so, he's definitely proven himself a number of times with Van Halen, as on the record, and then now as a frontman. I feel like
Frontman. You're a good
I
frontman.
feel like I've got all these pronouncing things like, I don't know, like a radio guy or something. A frontman.
Can you hear that?
No.
A little bit. I heard. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was
It's a sawtooth wave. I don't know. Is that like a square wave or Johnny, get that taken care of. Sounds like an old PBS special.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
But yeah, that's an analog synth.
analog.
Did I say? No, I
Yeah,
said
it's an analog synth.
analog. Analog.
It's a little dirty. It's been sitting here on this desk for years.
Yeah. You got to work
many
at getting
keys
a
do you
good
miss?
sound on those things. And
How many
Ed
keys?
found the jump sound on a synth like that.
Yeah, although you can't play chords on this. You can
Oh,
only
it's a
play
mono. What are they? Poly. What are they? Mono and poly.
Yeah, you can only play one.
A
one
mono
channel.
synth.
Well,
Yeah.
that sucks. How much is that thing worth? Your wife, look at your wife. You actually playing that thing? Finally. Steve Carmichael says that low note will make you poop. Hit the lowest key.
The brown note.
Where is it?
It's too. It's. I gotta clean it up. I gotta clean it.
Just hit the low note.
It's too. It's too dirty.
Hey, you got missing keys just like Ed on his was he playing a Kurzweil and Live Without a Net?
Good night, False Flag. He gave you $10 to say good night.
Hey, false flag. Thank you, man. Good night. Good night, man.
There's
Thank
a
you
question
so
in the
much.
chat. What did Ed play on Live Without a Net? What kind of synth did Ed play on 1986 tour? I think I already said it. And then you can like put noise, like in those old synths, they even had like a channel for noise, just like like the old Pink Floyd when they would make like the wind sounds and stuff like that. Those early synths, the Moogs and stuff.
Well, that's it. It's
He did play an
going away
OB8.
for another 30 years under the desk.
Everyone's saying he did play an OB8 in 86. Johnny isn't paying attention, but he'll confirm. I thought he played a Kurzweil on tour in 86, but I could be wrong. He might have played the Oberheim.
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny the road guy.
Why doesn't he leave that amp out on his desk and not that keyboard that he never plays?
Because he's got no room in his house.
But put that keyboard somewhere.
Yeah.
And leave the amp out. That amp is awesome.
The keyboard is awesome.
Yeah, but he's not using it.
He should.
So why don't you, Johnny, since you don't use that keyboard anymore, it's just been sitting there collecting dust, why don't you leave the amp set up on your desk and put that keyboard somewhere? Because Ned's going to come in and be pissed that thing's on his bed.
Actually, the amp wouldn't fit here. It's like that much space.
How the hell did the keyboard fit there?
It's just big enough for the keyboard to slide. Can I say slide it in? It's just wide enough or tall enough for the keyboard. The amp is too tall.
Oh, I gotcha.
That's called track number 22, We Robots Run.
Oh,
Thank you, everyone.
wow, we have 100 people watching this.
Wow.
This is called
100
Frost
people.
Plucks. Frost
This is-
Plucks, everyone.
This is where I take the thumbnails to show
Frosty
that we-
Plucks. That was Plucks. Uppers and Downers app. ARP. There's some analog synth right there for y'all. That's a square wave, by the way.
All right.
This is a cool app. I should play with it some more. It's got the whole fool around with it a little.
Which
more.
app is that? Which one?
Good question. Synth One. It's called.
I have a whole bunch of synth apps on my iPad, which is super slow now, so I can't even use it anymore.
Yeah.
How do I get on here?
Johnny, what did it, I know? And I was asking in the chat. What did Ed play in 1986 live? Was it a Kurzweil or an OB or the OB8? Or are you going to ask John BL?
I would ask you, but you're asking me.
We need to find that answer. Let me get the tour book and see what I can find.
Yeah, I would think the OB8. Where's all my? I've got here they are in the music section. I've got a whole bunch, John BL, of synth.
Oh yeah.
Oh crap! What happened? I've got a whole bunch of synth. See,
Mm-hmm.
he's not even looking.
So
I'm
delete some of them so you can maybe it'll clear up your
signal.
iPad. I downloaded an app a couple weeks ago, and next thing you know, my battery, like halfway through the day, was like at 27%. I deleted the app. All good.
Oh,
Here it is. I got to look. Let's take a picture of it. What's he playing here?
what are you taking a
Probably
picture?
is the OB8. Ed's keyboard in 1986. Hold on, my eyes don't work as well as they used to. I got to take a picture
They're
of
not
it.
so good no more. Hey, Simon's here. Simon, what's up, man? Thanks for sending me that
That's the thing. He looks like he has it taped over, so you can't really tell.
that link to that file. I'll definitely check it out.
Simon's here.
Yeah.
Is that Simon? Dude. Simon. Yeah, I saw it. You sent me a message, man. I'll write you back. Yeah, you gotta jump on with us. We gotta do a show, man.
He's another one of those guys that nails the Van Halen stuff, man.
I don't know. Might be an OB8. And obviously, you can't really see.
Wow.
I think that just hurt
You know
my
what?
eyes
Let's
more
look
than
at
they
the
are.
Van Halen Encyclopedia. Let's look at the Van Halen Encyclopedia.
Looks like you shine a flashlight at the same time at the camera with that screenshot. It's
That's the way to do
whoa.
it. You want a good clear picture? Yeah, put a flashlight right on it. And now I'm just really curious. What did he use on that tour?
Well, you're John BL. If anybody knows, it's John BL.
Sometimes it takes a little time. Let's
Just don't
let's
ask
see
me
what we
anything
can
about
do.
the balance record.
That's right.
Dude, Aftershock, man. That's the jam right there on that record.
Yeah, that one's great.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite Van Halen songs is Aftershock. You know, it's right up there, like might be top 10
Oh,
Van
wow.
Halen song. It's up
Wow.
there.
All right. So, Edward's stage rig consisted of. Yes. Okay. So, also in use was a prototype for the keyboard songs. Ed used a Kurzweil midied to 4 Oberheim 8s, OB8s. So Ed used a Kurzweil live keyboard input. What do you call it? Controller. Then it went into an OB8. So on stage, it looks like he had a Kurzweil. But the sounds you heard were from 4 Oberheim OB8s.
Wow.
I don't know how he did that. I guess you can control a Kurzweil, MIDI to 4 Oberheim OB8s. So
you can run anything to anything else,
Right.
and do combinations.
So he used the
Hooray for John
Kurzweil
B.O.
as a yeah. There you go. I told you I'd figure it out.
Where's my mouse?
And yes, the 5150 tour book, you can get them on. I don't remember where I got
That's
this.
a great book.
Online somewhere.
That's a great book, man.
Solve the mystery.
I used to have that one.
That's right. Anybody want to know any other questions about the 5150 tour?
Yeah.
Well, it was the first tour with newly appointed frontman Sammy Hagar, if you didn't know that.
He was in that band?
Yeah, for a short,
What?
long time. He was in.
No.
Yeah. It says it here in the Van Halen encyclopedia.
No, Sammy, wait a minute.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch some old footage or something to see who the singer from that band was at that time.
The tri-level stage, which you've all seen.
Don't you have a miniature?
I do, as a matter of fact, a 1/24th scale miniature. It consisted over 1,000 lights.
I do.
It says 20,000 watts of sound, which is very low for a 1986 show. I'm sure they had more than 20,000 watts of sound, probably 200,000 watts of sound. 55 audio cabinets, a 50-man crew. According to legend, the stage was outfitted with a specially constructed truss that was to hoist Hagar out over the audience. I don't know if we ever saw that. We know he climbed up and above. I don't think it would, like Gene Simmons style. I don't think it came out over
I guess
the audience.
Didn't they try or something? But they, who knows about insurance and all that stuff.
Well, it's also like the drum riser. The drum riser that comes out of the stage only worked on a small portion of the shows. Sammy added guitar to several songs while on stage, including "You Really Got Me," blah blah blah. You talk about love, we know it's which song. His live setup had the Deane, the Kramer, the Jackson, and a Mongrel amp setup featuring Randall 4x12 cabs with Electro Voice speakers. So Sammy was playing through Randall's.
So, is there any screenshots that you have, John, of the Randall under the stage?
I've seen the Marshalls. I haven't seen the Randall.
Right?
Yeah. Ed's rig consisted of his main 5150 Kramer, outfitted with Seymour. We know Seymour Duncan pickups, the Steinberger. Amplifier-wise, he used one Marshall head powered by 4 H&H 800-watt power amps. So he used the head with 800 watts of power amps. Probably I don't know how many cabs he used. Probably couple of cabs throughout under the stage. It looks like, at least the pictures I have, a couple of Marshall cabs out there. Mm-hmm. So 800 watts, probably 8 Marshall cabs that he used. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
He used a prototype Sony wireless transmitter
on his guitar, on his utility belt, his bat belt.
Yes. Where's that? Yeah, that bat belt was cool. They should sell that with all the EVH gear.
Yeah.
The bat belt?
Yeah, the utility belt.
See if I can find a good picture of that.
Okay, Bent Tom, channel member, Bent Tom. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll start a poll here. This is Bent Tom's poll. Bent.
What?
This is Bent Tom's poll. Axl Rose, biggest singer in a major band today. We're gonna have a poll here, and this is
that's a good question.
Tom, I'm trying to copy and paste all your words. How come that's not pasting?
Mike played through Mesa Boogie rig at that point. Mike's live rig consisted of a Mesa Boogie bass 400 amplifier with a Mesa Boogie cabinet housing a 15-inch Mesa Boogie EV speaker wound, blah, blah, blah. Flag systems cabinets with Gauss drivers. And he had
And
a whole bunch
Budweiser.
of different basses. Yeah. Sponsored by Budweiser. He had an Aria, the Schecter, Jack Daniels bass, apostrophe, 5-string bass. Yeah, apostrophe.
There we go. There's the poll. Thanks to Bent Tom.
I still want to talk to somebody about Al's the in front of the bass heads where he had like the acoustic horns. You know, the Altec Lansing high frequency horns that he would put on a bass drum, which is kind of counterintuitive. You're putting a horn on a bass drum. What came out of those horns? It wasn't the bass drum signal. It couldn't have been
just aesthetic. I don't know.
Would have sounded like it would have sounded terrible. I think, and that's why I wanted to talk to Dugan about that at some point. Dugan, if you're watching, what actually came out of those? Because they were wired, according to all. Something came out of those kick drum high frequency horns.
Huh?
Where are they? I mean, I can't imagine a bass signal coming out of those. You know, a bass drum signal. I don't know if there's any good pictures of them. But you all know, I mean,
in a major band is Sammy. Would you consider Sammy in a major band?
Sammy Hagar himself is a major band.
Well, I wouldn't really put him up at the level of a Guns N' Roses or a Motley Crue. You know,
they're miking those horns with. I'm sorry, with an RE20.
Don't be sorry.
With a bass kind of, it just boggle. I can't understand what those things are miking. You've got EV RE20s, which Paul.
I'm going to have a seizure over here. What is going on? Oh,
trying to show.
You got a strobe light on the other end of you?
No, it's just probably my twitching hand here.
That's better.
No, I'd love to know the live setup of those things someday. Kevin, if you're watching, or anybody who has the knowledge of all that. John Biel. Sorry. What are we talking about?
Talking about?
I don't know.
Focus.
I don't know either.
There you go.
Yeah, Johnny, I don't know, man. That poll is weird because like Sammy's not headlining Fenway Park, you know.
Well, he's winning in the poll.
Yeah, well, it's a Van Halen show. So
I did hear something about Vince Neil actually upping his game a little bit this week.
He had to.
Some of the early they considered stadium gig shows. What they're doing the whole next year, isn't that?
He still has till next summer. I mean, it's not like it was good. But it was well, anything was better than what it was 2 months ago when he a month and a half ago when he literally had no voice and had to walk off stage.
Don Dawkins getting it on his tour. Everyone's giving him crap for his voice too.
I feel so bad for some of these guys. Johnny and I talked about it literally at length last night about, it's got to suck, man, when your voice is your instrument. And, in the 80s and 90s, you rode that thing hard, man. And a lot of those guys, they put a lot of stress on their throats and vocal cords. And obviously they're in their, mid to late 50s. Some of them probably maybe even early 60s at this point. It's hard to sing that stuff when you're 25, so you can only imagine when you literally have no voice and you want to go out and do it. I feel bad.
People are bringing up like Rob Halford, Joe Elliott, and Sammy. I would put Sammy Hagar in because he's still holding his own with, maybe his band's tuning down a little bit.
Oh yeah, they're like
you guys were talking about that last night. I saw a little bit of that, but
and there are some guys that can still do it. Like we mentioned Mark Slaughter, still sounds amazing. So obviously there's always exceptions to rules, but for the most part, man, when you're singing that type of stuff, that's very stressful and hard on your vocal cords. And a lot of it's high pitched too, man.
Yeah. Vince Squeal. And Axl, I mean, the stuff he recorded in the 80s, Axl, I mean, nobody who recorded that stuff in the 80s, I don't know anyone who could do that stuff You know, Axel's probably doing the best he can. I haven't heard a lot of the new stuff, but
Out of breath.
people are coming down on him.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Bent Tom. Okay, this poll, biggest singer in music major band today. He means as in biggest.
Oh,
Oh,
all right. All
John
right.
Popper's still out there.
Well, I guess it would be Vince still, right? I mean,
I'm not going there.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you thinking about, Bent Tom? Who would your fattest frontman rocker be?
so John Biel goes from I'm not going there to asking somebody
No,
else to go there.
That's exactly it. I'm going to ask somebody else. I'm not going to say it. You know, I don't know.
That dude from you just said his name. The guy
John Popper
from Blues Traveler. Yeah, he was huge, man.
Yeah.
And then he lost it
More
all.
ways than one.
You remember that?
That's
Yeah.
right.
He didn't even look like the same guy anymore.
No, it looked like a totally different person.
I just remember him. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Can I change my answer?
I don't know.
Meatloaf. Where is Meatloaf these days? Meatloaf. No, it's Meatloaf. One word.
Beef.
Somebody said that his daughter's name is Pincha.
Maybe. Meatloaf's daughter. She was beautiful. She said when he came to the club I worked at in '96, with his daughter singing back up, and it was a little disturbing watching the two of them doing Dashla. What is it? His big hit. You know, Serenade by the Moonlight. What is it? I sound so stupid right now.
I friggin' hate that song.
Dashboard Light. Whatever.
Oh my god! If I never hear that song again, it'll be a great rest of my life.
It's a duet between two lovers, supposedly, but it's Meatloaf doing it with his daughter, singing with his daughter.
That's kind of weird.
It was a little weird, but in fact, she came out and hung out with us at the club after the show, and she was a great singer, beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't stand that song. My God.
what's it called? What is it? By the Dashboard Light.
Yeah,
I wanted to say Serenade by the Dashboard. No, it's
somebody will know it.
I know. I don't know. I can't think of it.
Is that true? He has twin daughters, Olive Loaf and Pickle and Pimento.
God.
Which one was singing? Is it called Paradise?
Paradise
by the Dashboard Light.
I've never heard that song.
Yes, you have.
Yes, you have.
I wonder if I can listen to that when I'm driving on GTA.
Paradise
I
by the
would
Dashboard.
do anything for. Is that it? Is that the song?
No, that was I would do anything for love.
Okay.
That was his,
the other one
his hit in the
Phil
early
Rizzuto
'90s.
with the Yankees.
That was Dashboard Light.
Yeah.
That was Paradise by the Dash. Yeah,
Yeah, it's got all that crap in it.
he's running for home. And whatever. Who was that? Phil Rizzuto?
Phil Rizzuto. Or
Yeah.
Phil Rarudo if you're a Madison fan.
That's right.
Either one of those songs. I think I'd rather hear anything. I'd do anything for love more than the Paradise by the Dashboard Light song.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. Just
It's an epic though. It's one of and I haven't heard it in years. I mean, I think that you don't even hear it on classic rock radio. Nobody plays it.
Isn't it a long song too?
It's like 10 minutes long, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's another reason why I don't want to hear it ever again. My mom loves that song. I remember as a kid driving down the street and she had a cranking it, singing it. I'm like, oh God.
I'm gonna have to listen to that again though. It's a good song, It's for late 70s kind of, epics.
I've never heard it.
Yes,
You've
you
heard it.
Shut your mic off and listen to it for 30 seconds. You'll recognize it.
What's
Yeah,
it called?
Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Just skip to the middle of the song.
Mhm.
You'll recognize it. There's probably I don't even remember. There's it
Light.
by the bat door light. No, the dashboard light.
Paradise until the cop's flashlight shines through
That's
the
it.
window of the car.
That's
Gosh!
right.
Put it away. Put it away.
Paradise by Dashboard. Paradise by Dashboard.
Dashboard
John.
light.
Paradise by Dashboard.
Never mind.
Meatloaf or steak.
Oh, steak.
I like a good steak. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote steak.
I'm not a
Steak.
huge meatloaf fan.
Meatloaf. If my mom makes a good meatloaf, so
You better say that on the internet.
I'm saying it because it's the truth.
My mom doesn't.
And my girlfriend makes a good meatloaf. This is yeah. I don't think I've had a bad meatloaf.
This is
Except
horrible.
Shaw's. I think I got like a Shaw's meatloaf.
This is awful.
Yeah, it's an awful
Play in the
song.
middle of it.
So him and his daughter performed this?
Yes.
Get out of here! No way. That's no way.
No, this is the original.
Yeah.
Not the original. No, but when they toured in the mid '90s, that was him and his daughter. They actually had props. They were throwing dishes at each other, broke, like prop dishes that would break on stage.
That's
Wine glasses and that stuff.
Really bad, man.
Hey, it's Paul. Paul loaf.
Oh yeah.
Neander loaf.
Neander loaf. Good one. Good night, Laz.
Good night, man.
Laz, dude, I'll see you Monday, man.
Sugar glass. Yeah, sugar glass.
I've never heard that whole song. I just listened to like a second of the beginning and then has this stupid guitar thing going. And in the middle of it with the guy with that's awful.
Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah.
Why is that good?
I don't know. What did he have any? I don't know. If I can't think of any other Meatloaf hits except for the two. Like he had the big epic in the '70s and then the big epic in the '90s. I don't know if there was anything else there.
Well, taking it back to Van Halen and Sammy Hagar.
Please.
Did you know that Sammy covered? Was it Sammy? Sammy wrote a song that for Meatloaf.
Really?
And then Sammy, they both recorded their own versions of it.
Really?
Yeah.
John Biel, what song is that?
Off
Well, if it's anything before Standing Hampton, it's not good.
Bad Out of Hell 2. No, this was in the 90s.
That's it. Bad Out of Hell 2. Yeah, he had two Bad Out of Hell and Bad Out of Hell 2.
Yeah, there was a song that Sammy did his own version of it.
That sounds familiar. I might have heard that. Yeah.
And then there's a Meatloaf. Oh, there's a version. Meatloaf's version has Meatloaf and Sammy singing together. And then there's a Sammy solo version of it.
What?
I think. Yeah.
Someone in the chat. What's Johnny talking about?
I know what it is because I had it.
Well, tell us if you know what it is.
Well, I can't remember. I can look it up.
So
yeah,
you
look
don't
it up.
know.
I've never heard that before.
You've heard of it.
Sammy Hagar Meatloaf.
Sammy Hagar Meatloaf.
It's a new. Sammy Hagar's new product.
Amnesty is granted.
Okay.
It's called.
What Sammy album is it on?
Marching to Mars.
Oh wow, so that one's not on any streaming platforms, I don't think. Wow.
It's on the Meatloaf album called Welcome to the Neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And it was written by Sammy and it's supposed to Sammy. Yeah. I think it's on Marching to Mars.
What year? 97?
Yeah.
8? 90, what was it?
Marching to Mars. Where's the song listing? Yeah, it's a 10th song. It's a 10th song off Marching to Mars. So there's
a collaboration.
Yes. But so there's the Sammy version off Sammy's record, and then there's a Meatloaf version with Sammy as well on the Meatloaf record. And I remember buying the promo single for that. I saw that at Rasputin's or something in Berkeley, which I probably still have.
There you go.
See, now you guys have a favorite Meatloaf song.
It all comes full circle.
Thanks to Sammy Hagar.
I'll have to check it out.
What other Sammy Hagar? What other songs did Sammy write for other people? Anyone?
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't have anything in mind. I'm just posing that question. I don't know.
He wrote a song for Heart off one of Heart's albums. There's a song written by Sammy.
Was this when Heart was relevant? When Sammy
this was like 89.
70s, 80s?
This was the late 80s.
Yeah, were they relevant?
What song was that called? I think Sammy might be on that one too. Sammy Hagar, Heart.
That's right. Meatloaf was in Rocky Horror.
That's right. Yeah. And yes, Mike Rogers says Nikki Sixx wrote all those classic Crew songs. Yeah.
Cobra Kai's got a good recipe for us. A 2-pound meatloaf will cook at 350 Fahrenheit for about 55.65 minutes. Or at
55
370
to 65 minutes.
55, 65 minutes.
55
or at 375
minutes.
I know. How do you get to that? I was thinking as I was saying that, I'm like, wait a minute, 65.65 minutes. I guess I don't know. Good, thank you. I'll try that, Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai. Thank you again, Cobra Kai, for all you do for us.
Yes, Cobra Kai, man.
Well, Zeke said, Rick Springfield, I've done everything for you. Sammy wrote that as well. I think I've heard that.
Right. I've heard that. Yes, I do remember hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a Sammy version and then the Rick Springfield version.
Yeah.
2 different versions of that.
Nice.
Thank you, Cobra Kai. You rock too, man. We're gonna need a picture of or an animation of John Biel eating a Pringle and having it explode out of his mouth like it did last week.
That's a one-off. You're gonna have to
Let's go, Cobra
frame
Kai.
that.
Where
Get
is
in
it?
there.
Where are you?
Enhance the video.
Plane.
Oh, yeah, you
You didn't get the stacks though, dude.
Nah, can't
You
do
got to
it.
get stacks. Now I want to snack something. You son of a gun. I'll be right back.
That's all I've got. I got maybe 10 Pringles left.
I've got popcorn.
Oh man, I got nothing.
Let's watch John B. I'll
No,
eat those
the
Pringles.
worst thing is when you got only 10 Pringles left. And
Yeah,
you-
because those go fast.
and you want more. I mean,
Yeah. That's why you can't eat 10 Pringles in a can.
That's why you buy two.
just watch me for 10 minutes doing that.
That's why you buy 2 packs of Pringles. And you have 100 people watching you. eat
Send me
Pringles.
some more Pringles, please.
No, send him stacks so he can realize, wow, I've been wasting my life eating Pringles.
I'm gonna have to try the stacks. Jay's really pushing the stacks.
Yes.
That's the last one.
Yeah,
Listen to
Gary Bucknoff says stacks, John BL.
Listen to that crunching.
All right. I'll try. I like my fried potato products. I think, Pringles are potatoes, right? Are Pringles potatoes? They're potato puffs, I believe.
Potato pups.
I think Pringles couldn't call them potato chips for some reason in their advertising.
122. Jay, did you tag him last week in this?
Oh, potato crisps. Yeah. There you go.
Potato
Barely see it.
crisp.
They're not potato chips, not to be confused with potato chips. They're potato crisps. Was that who was buzzing there? Was that me? Was that Johnny?
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah.
This. You can hear that?
I can.
You can hear that?
Oh, man.
Okay, see, I can't hear that.
Well, I can. And everyone in the chat can. And Jay can.
Never a crisp.
Never a crisp.
I'm trying to find the part where John Beal is eating the crisp. I want to find that, but I can't.
Yes, Simon.
You
That's
said never a crisp?
That's
Yeah.
a task and 4-track. The Porta Studio 2, Mach 2.
I'm trying to find the part with John Beal eating the crisp.
Can't
but
watch. Can't wait to see that.
I timestamped it in the comments.
Of course you did.
This is so weird. This is us last week. Exciting.
Uh-huh.
Are we gonna just watch this for a little while, or
Oh man.
Technically, this could be a rerun.
Can you scroll down to see the
or a
comments?
best of show?
Yeah.
There we go.
There's no audio, but
Let's
is
see
this where he's
Looks like it. There you go.
There it is.
Zoom right in on it. Let's see it.
Plane.
Oh, that's great stuff, man.
Quality stuff.
Quality stuff. That's entertainment right there. That's all you get. I'm sure there's one freeze frame with the pieces of the chip flying out of my mouth. Oh God!
Where did you get that? I want to see that.
No, I'm already chewing there. It was the first bite. Wow, the anticipation.
Oh, there's that bass. Crap. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well.
Fernando. My light just changed. JB, when Van Halen was on 2.5 Men, what guitar was he playing? Cool show, guys.
Ooh.
Fernando, thank you so much, man.
Didn't Jay have that guitar for a little while? Wasn't it the striped Wolfgang?
No, well, it was a striped Wolfgang. It was a
Nice shot, Jay.
yeah.
Nice, Jay.
I'll actually find.
Yeah, freeze frame that. Timestamp that one.
Here, I'll find it. I'll find the guitar for you.
Yeah.
Halen 2 and
It must have been like a fully custom. Was that a fully customized Wolfgang stripe? Because like the production Wolfgang stripe, wasn't that based on the Frankenstein or the? It was based on the Frankenstein, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Or the 5150.
Which one?
What was the production? The one that Jay had.
The one that he had?
Yeah.
That one's just based. It's just a
different stripe pattern.
Yeah, it's not.
Just
it wasn't
a stripe pattern.
It wasn't based on Frankenstein. I mean, it's loosely based.
Yeah. Did it have the what is it? The seagull? What do you call it?
Wait, what are we talking about?
The stripe.
The stripe Wolfgang you had. What was the stripe pattern based on? Was it based on the 5150, based on the Frankie, or just unto
It was
itself?
more based. It was definitely more based on the Frankie than the 5150.
I think, like I was saying, the telltale sign is if you have the seagull or the mustache, whatever you want to call it. That was only on the Frankie, right?
Yes. Yeah. That was only on the
If you put that on your tribute, then it's kind of leaning towards the Frankie.
Yes. Van Halen. What was that? 2007 or 2006?
8. Wasn't it 8?
2008.
It was after Ed took care of himself.
What did I miss? Anything fun?
We're trying to find the guitar with the drop to hell.
Johnny, your sound is.
Is it weird? Sound is weird.
Johnny J, you hear that?
I heard buzzing for a second. Yeah.
Goes away.
So
I think.
Should I have tasty cake frosted mini donuts? They're kind of teetering on
stale.
Teetering. Yeah, they're not stale yet.
That could be good. Like for a donut, that could be good. Like a chocolate covered donut.
Or should I stick with the old M&Ms?
I saw some browns in there. I think you probably should lean towards the donuts.
Okay.
There you go, Fernando. That's the guitar right there.
Yeah, leaning towards the Frankie with the. What do you call that?
There's like 4 left.
That's a hard. Is that a hardtail with fine tuners?
Yeah, that was called the D drop to heck bridge. So where he could drop each string.
Did he patent that?
Probably.
And that's not a tremolo. That's a hardtail. I've heard of that and I've seen that, but right now I'm admiring.
He used it on a song.
What song in the chat did he use that on? Was that
somebody that thinks they know everything has just got here? Hang on.
Oh, that guy.
Hey now.
There he is.
All right, now we can see him. Going in.
As is.
As is.
All right, see you guys. Have a good night.
Good night, man.
Push the microphone away too. I love it.
As is. There in the chat, Keith Campbell.
Keith Campbell.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds? Or that was on Best of Both Worlds, right? Or was
No.
that
Jumpy out.
volume 1? Oh,
No.
I'm way off then. Then it was 3?
It was off balance.
Balance.
You haven't
See, I
heard.
told you I don't know anything about balance.
Hey, is anything bothering you guys about that picture, about that guitar? Because something's bothering me.
The upper
Nope.
where his hand is, like
Nope.
the yellow color.
Nope. Come on, it's so
Then
obvious.
nothing else. Nothing else.
Oh, I know what he's. I can
The
guess.
pickups.
Yes, the neck pickup. It's not flipped.
Oh, never a flip.
Hey, on
Never
a
a flip.
EVH guitar, it's always a flip.
I thought you were gonna say what's bothering you is there's no Floyd Rose.
Oh no.
Steak all the way.
Man, as is. So I am not familiar with balance, and I should probably be off the show. I'm
Well,
sorry I
that
missed
song's
that
not on
one.
balance.
Really,
What is
John
it
B? John, really?
So tell me what as is. I know the title, the track. I've heard of the track, and I probably heard it at some point. What
Well,
album is as is on?
Well, what,
Is there any ejector
when did
seat?
that bridge come out? Like when did he work on that
This
bridge?
is what we're talking about. This is what we're.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
it
asking
looks
you.
like. When did that bridge come out? That's in like the late 2000s.
Right. So what
That
album
picture.
would it be on?
Different Kind of Truth.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
Where's the ding? Who's got a ding?
That's all I needed. I needed a little help. So, I've listened. I Balance 3 and Different Kind of Truth. I'm just not well versed in those albums. I'm sorry. I probably should. My credits, my credentials are, or my what do you call that? Like my credibility is lacking tonight.
Did you just like get loaded instantly just now? Oh, I dropped chocolate on my keyboard.
No, I'm drinking a rum and coke, but I've been nursing the same one for 3 hours now. So
Check the keyboard on Why Can't This Be Love? Is he?
what's that from? What
Yeah,
program? What
It's
program
funny
is that
too
from?
how you could tell he's getting a little irked with Sammy because Sammy, shut up, will you? And he looks down and says it like to check the keyboard and Why Can't This Be Love? And he gives him the eyes like
Jeez.
that means can you please shut up?
Oh, I better vote on this poll.
Vote
Never.
Meatloaf.
I voted.
Oh, thank you, everyone. I love you all. End the poll right now.
Oh man.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Don't show it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, sad
Never,
ace.
never a John BL.
Oh,
Never a boot.
man,
John Beale, you're fired.
And firing.
John Beale's fired. Look at this.
Keith.
Well, the thing is, I mean, where else, where else could he go? I mean,
I
look at
barely eked in there at Never for 18 votes.
Huh.
Oh, I like the Eric, the #1 Van Halen host poll. That's good.
So,
Did you guys see that picture of Hal playing the little mini keyboard for the
Mhm.
keyboard solo and Jump? That was pretty funny.
Oh.
no, we need to see
He
that.
sprung that on me. I had no idea he was going to do that, and
Oh man.
pretty good stuff.
Well, he talks during your solos, and now he actually has a keyboard solo. So
Yeah.
Cobra Kai, you got a
That's
good
right.
point.
You're all fired.
Ah.
he's gonna go solo now.
I knew he was going to do that. Yes, it's my show. Look at that guitar and look at this is what we're talking about. Van Halen stuff. I'm all over the place. Well, I need help because I'm not a front. I'm definitely not a frontman material. So
Ugh.
That's why I do need these guys with me. So
Hey, we need
and
all
that guy. We all need that guy. Wait, where is it? That guy. Yeah, the drop to hell tuner. The drop to hell bridge. DTH.
D2H.
Did that come before the D tuner? That came with the T
Oh.
tuner. The D tuner came first. See, I'm
Yes.
still showing how ignorant I am.
There's
about-
no D-Tuna on that.
No, I'm saying what came first, the D tuner or the drop to hell? Did Ed invent the drop to hell?
The drop
Someone
to
else
tuna?
invented it. Someone else invented it and brought it to him.
Okay. And then Ed patented the D tuner, didn't he? He patented that. That's his product.
With somebody else, yeah.
Product. I'm going to stop talking, and you guys can take it from here.
Okay.
let's
Caleb,
talk
just
about
wait for that opening. Yeah, there you go.
let's talk about
There
the
you go.
elephant in the room, man. Let's talk about your gig last week.
Oh yeah.
Consider that the perfect setup.
Finally. Got it on. It was great. Good to be back and playing live music in front of people. And just playing with the band. That's the most fun thing is locking in with the guys and getting it done. So it was like the first time also that I felt like we had enough rehearsal, at least the band.
You guys sounded tight, man, especially after all that time.
Yeah. So we did 4 Wednesdays, and the last one Hal came in for that, and I was happy with what we did. It was a long set too. It was like 75 minutes and 15 songs, and definitely
A workout.
Where's the
A
set list?
workout.
You got to have the set list. Let's see it. I know it's right there. He's pretending he can't.
He's
find
trying.
it.
No, he's trying to pick which one to pick up. He's like, "Oh, there's 1,000 of them around here."
No, hang on.
Printed off 8,000
That's
copies.
funny.
man.
So Hal comes in classic like David Lee Roth style. Doesn't show up for most of the rehearsals, but then he comes in the end and pulls it all together. I'm sure.
Well, he's a professional.
No, Hal's a professional. Yeah, and everything I saw, everything Caleb posted, everything I saw with the Nerd Halen show was great.
Thanks. Oh man, where is it?
Good to see you guys back out there. Flying the flag.
I don't even
Is
know
that what you
where I
say?
have it on
Flying
my
the flag.
Somebody posted it, so just pull up the picture on the phone.
Here, I'll send it to Johnny.
And you got to have like the
That's
short
me. Let's send it to
versions
me.
of it,
I'll send it
Like-
to Johnny.
like
Oh.
running, just running,
Johnny.
and pretty. You got to have just like the shortened versions of everything. And
We don't
Cradle-
play pretty.
Call it Cradle, right? Did you call it Cradle or In the Cradle Will Rock?
We don't play that song.
Oh, sorry.
Or we did. I mean, we didn't the other night. So here you go. Let's talk about the set list.
Let's talk turkey.
Let's talk turkey. It was cool. The detention chick from Hot for Teacher video was there, Lori Tucker,
Saw that.
and
She was all around LA that day. A few people saw her.
yeah,
Wasn't somebody saw her in like Walmart or something?
yeah, like CVS, I think. Some and the guy had like
That's
his
really cool.
his Eddie Forever shirt on and a striped mask, and she was like, "Hey," like
You know who I am?
went up and talked to him and was like, It's so funny, dude. I don't know which group it was. Was it the crazy group or one of the other groups? But right away, some chick posts like a bullshit site recap of the Hot for Teacher video, and it only lists the 2 teachers that are dancing in the video. Okay. But Lori is the girl in the jail cell walking back and forth. And she's also leaning on the car with Waldo in the resolution shot at the end. But this chick put up a thing like to just discount and discredit the guy's post.
Like,
And it's just so the internet, what it has become, people just trying to say, no, you're wrong. That's not true. That it's become so crazy with that shit.
I will say I did a double take. She looks great but then I looked at, compared the video and, last week to the video, and that's definitely her. She looks great for, however old she is,
Yeah, she's probably in her early 60s.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I was saying. Like, damn, she's not there's no way that was her, but yeah, it definitely looks like her when you you look at the two pictures.
Yeah. So
good for
her. She's been a Facebook and an Instagram friend of mine for a while, and she told me she was coming. So it was cool to meet her finally. And
did you incorporate her into the show or anything? No, she was
right before the song. Right before
I didn't see that show. That song.
Right before the Hot for Teacher song, I said that, hey, we have one of the stars of the video of this next song, and
that's awesome.
She's here tonight.
Nice.
We kind of highlighted her, so that was really cool.
And
I think Hal sang like the second verse, like to her face, from the stage. So, like leaned over. So,
I brought my pencil.
Pretty much.
Wow, that's awesome.
But, oh, really? Lori Tucker's going to be on the Fruitcake Tony show next week?
Right.
That's a good scoop. I tried to get her on tonight. She hasn't responded.
Lori.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Tony has exclusive rights.
Cool. Wouldn't that be cool if we could scoop her right now and get?
She's got some great picks.
Get Tony to say a few expletives and.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, don't! I'm not going to do my impression.
Oh man.
We got Lori Tucker here.
What flavor is that, Johnny? Is that
It's Colonel's flavor.
Yeah, I know, but is it plain or it's very white? Is it just white cheddar or something?
It's like movie theater.
Teacher video.
I haven't had the Colonel's movie theater.
Oh, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah. Awesome.
So what else? Tell us more about the gig, man. I want to. What were you playing? What was your rig for that show? What I missed. I'll have to look.
It's in our chat.
Yeah, I'm not ripping on TK, dude.
No,
no one gets a pass, especially when their cadence is as awesome as that. Sorry, you just don't.
It's a compliment.
We go never a skip.
Yeah,
and we can go, hey, how's it going? We can do it all. So that's it. If you have a problem with me, inbox me. Come on. Inbox. Let's go.
Well, I'm noticing you had a guitar solo spot.
I did.
Well, it's a Van Halen cover band. Of course, it's going to be a guitar solo spot.
What did
John
you?
BL.
Yeah. What did I play? I played a bunch of like Pink Floyd solos. It was fun.
That sounds fitting.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so fried right now.
Oh
my God.
Tribute to a Dusty Hill.
Did you get the set list, Johnny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's Jeff.
All right, Jeff. Nice.
Yes. And Jeff has played maybe 1,483 Van Halen sets probably in his life. So
wow,
that's a big deal.
Not 1,984
or 5,150.
That's the best joke. Yeah, I would leave too.
I'm just
it was great.
Joining Jay and his happiness.
It was great. We we used our backup bass player, Rob Lontock, who fills in every now and then for Victor, because Victor's in the 27 show in Vegas, and basically I have to come up with more than $500 to get Victor off that show. So that's just business. But Rob, who's Jeff's best friend, and they play in some other bands together, is great. And he's real fun to play with, and he's such a sweet guy, and we have a lot of fun. So, and he's got a real dirty sound too. Victor doesn't have that real punchy, dirty sound that Rob uses. So it's a different tone to the band, and you know.
Well, it's like Wolf versus Mike. You know, you listen to Wolf had a
Yeah,
lot of punch in
definitely.
his tone,
Yeah,
and
Wolf from
Mike's was
the
very-
first tour. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was all distorted and heavy. So, but it's a lot of fun. It's so funny. Rob does this thing during Hot for Teacher, and we just never get used to it. During the breakdowns, he starts going, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You know, like he's laughing and doing like the scene from the breakdowns. And I never forget the first time he did it. You know, he was stepping on Hal in those breakdowns, and Hal was sort of just going like he was down on his knees or something, and we went to the break, and he starts talking, and then he hears hoo 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 hoo, and he goes,
what?
Like he just the way he looks. I gotta find the video. It's just the funniest take ever because he's like, "What are you doing?" Rob's just going, woo-hoo-hoo. But it's a lot of fun, and
It's a great way to stay in shape.
you know, it's good to be back and good to crank it up. The rig sounded good. I built a whole new, rebuilt my pedal board. I added that micro pitch effect from Eventide, so I could free up my H9, and that worked out really well. And I do need a new phaser though. The phaser started crapping, and it's not the cables. So I guess I gotta go for the EVH. I had the old orange one with the script setting switch, you know, and
I have one of those.
getting real nerdy on the tech stuff right now. But
well, doesn't we said the script one?
it's a normal one, but someone did the script mod, so there's like a little there's a little switch to switch between.
Paul Gilbert says like that's like the best one, right? The script phase 9, the one that's, you know, that has the
It's the original. It's the one
OG.
Eddie's probably still used, you know, all the way to the end. Until he got his own one built. I think he had that old one from the 70s.
Yeah.
You know. But
is it vintage? Vintage?
It's not a vintage. It's like probably one from the mid 2000s, and it just had a mod on it to switch between the script sound and then the modern phase 90 sound. So, but I already
the
have
EVH ones do that.
Yeah, I know. They weren't out yet when I got it. They came. I got it in like 2004 or something, and I don't think it was out yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
Never a script.
it's never a script. It's I think it's dying, and so I got one in the cart at Sweetwater.
a Van Halen one.
Yeah, I'll get one of those. You got to. It's got the perfect sound. So,
What's Wolf use? What was the Wolf uses the Cafe Wa board? What's he using on that? I know that's just kind of taking a little bit of a turn here, but he uses a phaser on that, right? What kind of phaser is using the EVH on that?
what do you
I'm
think,
assuming.
John? What do you think? It's it's the Cafe Wa board that Eddie used. What do you think it is?
Probably an EVH.
No, I think it's the Earthquaker. And
I'm just saying, is he use the orange one, or does he use the EVH version?
I don't know. What would you use if you had your own brand?
I'd use an original 1973 version, or I don't know.
Really? If your company made your own phaser,
okay, then I guess I would use that.
Yeah.
For touring?
Yeah, for touring, you're right.
And you had like a whole garage full of those pedals?
Yes, good idea.
And you're trying to like maybe push those pedals? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay,
it's business.
Makes sense.
No, they're great pedals. So yeah, he's using his dad's board, which is kind of cool. There is an earthquaker effect on that board, by the way. So,
Did we show that? Have we seen that?
and he uses a snark tuner. It's always interesting what tuners people use. I'm like into that. Who's using what?
Yeah. Yeah, those are cool. I've always used the Boss.
I got the new Boss one, like it's the modern one that just it's not a pedal, it just stays on the whole time. But
Oh,
it's like
cool.
it's what's it called? So you can find it.
Oh man,
The TU3S.
I'm in like freeze mode right now.
Oh no,
My
we're gonna lose
goodness,
Jay.
you might have
We're gonna
lost
lose
me.
Jay.
You might have lost me. I'll still be here, but
And
Man.
Paul never came in.
he did on his cell phone.
For a short time, yeah.
How's
His
Lem-
dog-
is
his dog,
Lemmy,
yeah,
is Lemmy okay?
He's taking care of her.
Yeah, at the vet.
Oh man. Oh, I hate when they get old. Sucks.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, what else?
Well, there's something about. Oh man, I don't even want to bring it up yet.
What?
No, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about. Well, what's Johnny looking for?
I found the picture of Wolfgang's board.
Okay.
I don't know if we might have showed this on Friday.
Probably.
We might have, but
It's the straight down version. He took a picture of straight. There it is. So the aftermath is what? A delay?
John Beale.
I don't know.
Or is it a reverb?
I've already proven I don't know shit, so.
Afterneath? It says, doesn't it say afterneath?
Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know. It's cool. There's all the settings.
Yeah. It's a good point.
I had to pull my chorus off the board. It was so noisy. I don't know what I could not get it to work right. So I put this old little mini chorus that I had before that worked fine. So I mean I'll definitely try and fix that EVH pedal, but it was giving me fits.
That afterneath earthquaker, that's a reverb.
Reverb. Gotta have reverb.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. Is that just the box or you have one?
That's the iPhone picture.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the box. I thought it was the box.
So is that a snark pedal tuner that he's using?
Yeah.
I know you were talking about it, but I have the snark headstock tuner.
Yeah, he's a left foot wah guy too. I'm a right foot wah guy. Let's in the chat. Are you a left or a right foot wah guy? So I've always find that's interesting. Who uses what
What are you
foot?
talking about?
Which foot do you use for your wah?
Wouldn't you stand off to the side to use a wah? Maybe not.
No, but my wah's on the right side of my board, and I use it with my right foot.
Mine would be on the left side so that I could stand off to the side of my board.
And use it with your right foot?
Yeah.
Okay. But if Wolf
Maybe.
did that, then he wouldn't be in front of his mic. He'd be 2 feet to the left of it.
Yeah.
So he's a left foot wah guy. His dad's a right foot wah guy. What are you, Johnny?
Right foot.
Right foot.
Kirkham, it's both foot.
Yeah, right. The whole stage is a slat, like it's like
It's one huge wah.
his pedal board. His whole pedal board goes like that.
He surfs on it. Kirk Wobbit. Oh man.
It's pretty funny. My EVH pedal, I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to tighten, you know how you can tighten the resistance of it or something with a screwdriver under it.
Mhm.
And I snapped that plastic piece. So it just like it's like that. So I put like that like hard foam stuff under two parts of it. Here, I'll pull it out here.
The wah, right?
Yeah, this stuff. Okay.
Peanut.
Yeah, well, it's I just cut this up and I put it under the back of it and I put one under the front side of it, so it gives it that resistance. But I guess I need a new wah too.
Oh yeah, a loose wah is no fun. My original Crybaby wah got too loose, and it's just it's like limp.
Yeah.
It's not fun to
No, it
use.
sucks. It has to have resistance. So, but yeah, I think I did that like in the first day I had it. Just broke it.
Son of a.
And I never like sent it back or went to fix it. I just like found the MacGyver fix for it or whatever. So
MacGyver.
MacGyver fix.
They don't make them with like springs. It never returns to zero. You have to like physically return it back or up or down, right? I haven't played a wah in a long time, so I know some companies will make them with springs where it will return up to zero, but
I have one of those right here.
like I think Morley makes one that comes back all the way up. Like, yeah, Morley, and that's does that have a spring in it? Yeah, that's got a spring in it. Yeah, but the Dunlop ones don't have.
Yeah, Santa Cruz, you make a good point. Eddie is a right foot. He's a right foot wah guy, but that board is left foot, and he did say it was his dad's board, so I think he just replaced a few things on it because Eddie's always been a right foot wah guy. So,
Yeah, Jay, I've got the not the wah, but the volume. I have the volume pedal version of that.
Well, I'd hope that doesn't do that.
What is it called?
Right.
It's just right over there.
So it kicks back?
You wouldn't want the spring on the volume, no.
I don't know.
I was going to say that would be horrible.
That should
You have to sit there and stand on it at a
cut the volume. No, cut the volume. No.
Yeah, that's what it is. Ben Tom says the Morley's, it's called an optical wah.
Kirk lives in a giant wah. No, Ben Tom. Kirk lives at Cafe Wah. I think he bought it. But okay. Yeah.
That one picture of him walking with somebody photoshopped wah pedals under each of his boots.
Yep. And somebody there was one of the car pedals, like the foot pedals in a car, and it had two wahs or something, and it was Kirk Hammett's car.
Johnny, to squeeze the thing, does it stay at whatever? Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
The little alligator volume. I had this on my board at one point. It takes up the whole board.
Yeah. That's
So
a bit of those things.
So I ditched it.
Does anybody have a bad horsey? I had one of those once.
That's what I just showed one. The bad horsey too.
Yeah.
They sound awesome.
Bad horsey. So yeah, the board was good. The amp sounded good. Although I'm thinking about retubing it for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like it's time.
How old is it?
The amp itself is coming up on 4 years old. And I've had it biased for this 90 volt thing that I do to it for 2.5 years.
And you're burning them out faster?
I don't know. I mean, I don't play it that much. So, but I don't know. It sound what happens to the sound? It gets dull, or does it get really hot and chimey, like too trebly or something? Because it feels like it's too trebly. to me.
Hmm.
Even though I try to dial off the treble a lot, it won't.
I don't know. Yeah, what happens into old
I
tubes?
just think that it starts to not sound as good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I replaced tubes in my power amp, but I didn't know. I figured, oh, they're old. I'll just replace them. You know, I don't know if I needed to or not. It still sounded good, so I don't know. Johnny might know.
Yeah, I use the EL 3450 watt, but I run it through a 90 volt drop box. The Honeyhack, you can get it from Hun Amplification in Virginia.
So there you go. Santa Cruz has duller and spongy, so that doesn't sound like brighter to me.
No, I guess not.
Duller and spongy.
When your tubes are going, what does it do to the tone? I thought it's never mind.
It goes.
Okay, I'll keep it then.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I want some popcorn.
More dirty, so it gets more dirty when
Kernels
the
so good.
tubes start to go.
The tubes.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, some of the video it's all shot like through friends and their iPhones and stuff. But I think that one part of Beautiful Girls after the solo when I play just the intro riff again, I mean, fucking sounds killer. Like the tone. I'm really impressed with how it almost sounded like exactly like Van Halen 2 tone, even though I wasn't even trying to. So it's pretty.
Wow.
I'm very happy with the rig. So can't wait to use it again. Although the next gig is at a casino and they don't let you use your rig. So yeah. Can't even have like backline on stage.
What are you bringing then?
I don't know. I mean, I think I can bring my rig and have it off stage and there'll be no cabinet or something. So I'll go direct out of my head or something.
Man.
But I won't be able to feel it. Oh, look at Eric. Yeah, I screwed up the eruption trem picking. Yeah, I did. I had some issues. I had some issues. So, but I don't know. Should I talk about my issues, Jay?
Yeah. Somebody might be able to give you some tips, with the pointers.
Yeah. Well, in the longer sets I've played, I've had some cramping issues.
Good night, Daniel.
Hand cramping. So I don't know if anybody's had that problem, and if they have, what they've done to remedy it. So I've heard a lot of different suggestions over the past few days. So, but
shoving a banana up your ass, that's one of them.
Yeah, banana in the tailpipe would work. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it sucked. There's nothing like holding a pick and your index finger wants to do that. Like you can't bend it. That was the weirdest. Like you're fucked when that happens. So that was happening to me. Hot water bottle on my hands.
In your ass.
Yeah, Van Halen could give me some pointers. Very good, Randy. I knew I'd get this shit. I shouldn't have said anything. But it's true. I mean, I ain't posting videos of my solo if you've noticed. So it was a rough go. So So I don't know if I have to get the EVH surgery. No, I just, that's weird because the hands felt great for an hour, but in the last 15 minutes, it really started. And I even thought, my bass player told me that in the 90-minute set we played almost 2 years ago, Jesus, I had that issue, and he told me right afterwards that I needed more oxygen, like I wasn't breathing right on stage. And So I even got one of those oxygen bottles, and I was fucking sucking oxygen during the show, like just to,
Oh my goodness.
you know, just to keep it together. But it
We had to have oxygen
reared its
bottles
ugly head again. So
when we had the Kinks at the club I worked at. Ray or Dave, I don't know who it was in the early mid 90s. Ray or Dave had to have oxygen bottles.
You worked at a kinky club?
Yes, the Kinks. No, I just remember that we had to go to over to the fire station, which was right across the street, get an oxygen bottle for him because he requested it. And the rider.
yeah, no, they sell them at sporting goods stores, and I remember I told myself I was going to get one for the show, and then like a week ago I saw a Night Ranger video where they're walking to stage, and they're waiting side stage for their intro music to stop. And then one of the techs comes in with one of those things and gives them 3 of them, you know, a hit off it. And I was like, dude, they all do it. So they're all sucking oxygen.
Fight Club, oxygen gets you high.
Yeah. So, yes, I try to stay hydrated too. Bananas, I heard, was a good one. I heard salt, you know.
Pickle juice.
Wow, pickle juice. I haven't heard that one.
Keith Campbell says pickle juice.
Popcorn.
Colonel's
Yeah.
popcorn.
Kernels will get you through anything.
Bang Energy will probably work. Make you pass out a little early.
Some Bang Energy always works. But other than that, I had a lot of fun, and but I need a tech too. I need a fucking roadie. I'm too old for this shit. Lugging all this gear, setting it up, and you know, when you're in a band that doesn't have any money, it's and how many times has this happened to you, Johnny, or you, Jay, when you finish the set and you're like down on your pedal board right after the show, like packing it up, and every 10 seconds someone's like, hey Caleb, you know, hey Caleb, hey man, and you're like, just give me fucking a minute. You know, I have to clear this
Let me get my
out
shit off the stage first.
Yeah, I have to get this out of here, and everyone's like trying to talk to me. It's the worst feeling, because you're like, yeah, can you give me a minute? I'm a fucking grunt now. Okay, I'm my own tech.
I just throw everything into wherever it goes, and then I just get everything out of there.
That's what I was doing. I mean, I wasn't packing it up. I was just trying to
rolling all the cables up nice and, you know.
Technically, you're not supposed to do that.
No,
I know.
You know that?
I know.
You're supposed to do it in a circle.
Yeah.
and twist
over under.
Yeah.
circle and twist.
I think we did that on here one time.
I did the elbow thing, but I was too lazy to be doing it like that.
Well, that's the way I do it, though. I do it like that too, but I know you're not.
Like it's rope.
Wrap your wireless.
Throwing ropes around your arm. Yeah, dude, Mancuda didn't show. Like I figured he would show. He was close enough.
What?
Yeah, no Mancuda.
Did he say he was going?
No, but I mean, if anyone was going to go,
He probably didn't even know.
oh, he didn't know.
Dude, I don't know. Mancuda's out there.
Dude.
Watch out. He watches this.
Is that tonight?
Well, is he not? I mean, come on.
Is what tonight?
I said, is he not?
That was a bandwidth thing. Yeah, what's up with your bandwidth, Johnny?
Am I blurry?
No, you're just kind of choppy.
Too much.
Or you were. Or you were.
The kernels? I don't know.
It's all good. It's all good. Chop corn.
No.
What else?
Man, I was going to talk about that Craig Stofko thing with the 5150 guitar, but I don't know if I could read right now. Holy
Yeah.
smoke.
Craig.
Feeling good,
Wow.
Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, our buddy at CHS Custom Guitars, Craig Stofko, a few weeks ago, you might remember, he had the guitar player from Slaughter play the Space Wolf 3 live on stage, and he had Mark Slaughter play the Frankenstein, the EVH Frankenstein that he refurbishes to make them more like the real deal. And he had Mark Slaughter playing that one, and he also brought one of his 5150 guitars, and apparently he left it with those guys, and they took it with them to this gig in Houston the other night where Sammy played, and he got a bunch of signatures on it. And look at that. Sammy Hagar is on a 5150 guitar. And
Wow.
That's pretty special.
Yeah.
So
Very
good
cool.
for you. Good for you, Craig.
Here's a zoom in on the Sammy Sig.
There it is, right in the spider web.
Yep.
Like by Johnny Beane. I see that.
Yeah. See.
Right? It says it hashtag not worthy of a Johnny Bean post. So
Wow. Right, John BL? Oh.
yep. Looking good, bro. There you go. There he is.
Look at that.
A public service announcement from Johnny Bean.
I gotta stop eating all this popcorn, man.
No, you
Not
don't.
because it's kernels, but
No, keep eating it, man. Just keep going.
oh,
Keep
that's
going.
good. Oh,
No, what was really cool also was that some people traveled some distance to come check us out. I thought that was really cool. The furthest was somebody from Philadelphia that apparently him and his wife planned a trip to Los Angeles around the Nerd Halen show at the Echo, which is amazing to me. So thank you if you're watching. But I thought that was really cool. And then
that's awesome.
yeah, there's a guy on Twitter who is a pretty religious follower of the Nerd Halen Twitter, and he's from Vegas, and he brought like his wife and 3 friends, and they made a road trip in from Vegas to come see us, and I thought that was really cool. And then there was one other guy who lives in San Luis Obispo, which is the home of Music Man, and that's 140 miles north of Los Angeles, so that was a big drive too. And he was the guy that was like right up on my corner of the stage, like, just off my pedal board was this guy just like there looking up. I thought that was funny. So,
And then there was a guy that lived 10 minutes away and he didn't show up.
Right. Mancuda didn't show up. So. But very cool to have that kind of stuff happen for my little band. So exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That was Sunday, right?
Sunday night.
Sunday.
And with the way things are going around here in California and stuff, I literally up until showtime thought like they might just pull the plug on this. So it was fun to just get it off. And
were people wearing masks? Did they have the audience?
Yeah, it was kind of a soft rule, that obviously you can't wear a mask if you're imbibing, in the club. So, they've said, wear a mask whenever possible, unless you're drinking or whatever. So
I was watching a live stream on Facebook. There's a club up in Walnut Creek called Retro Junkie, and they had a Nirvana tribute playing last night.
Mhm.
I was watching some of it sitting here late last night, and then they made an announcement saying, if you're like, hey, in the audience, if you're not taking a drink of your drink, please keep your mask on.
Yeah, I mean it's gray, but I think it's just smart to do it still now, just because if everyone's being careful, and the place you're gonna get it is in a place like that. If you're gonna get it, it's gonna be you know, standing around 100 other people, 150 other people in a room,
real close,
where people are screaming out lyrics, you know, behind you and shit. So,
yeah, just the spit flying.
Yeah,
that's the worst, man. When you're at a show and someone's behind you and you feel like them cough or scream,
spray,
and you feel
you feel those droplets.
Oh man.
Yeah, I knew what droplets were way before this COVID shit. I mean, I was like, I'm feeling droplets. Fuck.
Ew. Yuck.
Oh, dude, somebody just spit. And
Somebody just puked behind me and I felt it.
It was funny, yeah.
God.
It was funny. I had some people sending me videos too, and one of the guy is he, and I'm not trying to rag on you, bro, because I love you for doing what you did, but he's still turning his phone at different parts of the video.
Oh no.
And sorry, but the film doesn't turn like
It's a TikTok.
There's got to
Like,
be an
bro.
app for that, though. There has to be a video app where you can do that, and it does.
Right, but it wasn't on the iPhone, and
not that night. Yeah.
and it was pretty funny. I'm like, I can't use this.
It's like now the solo.
And he's singing really loud, like during it, so it was pretty funny. Like, so, but look,
Yeah,
says,
G.
is Jay asleep?
No, I'm just.
This Cobra Kai just wrote that.
Oh, okay. I'm looking.
Look out! There'll be some sort of GIF. Cobra Kai in the Discord.
It's funny.
Just watch Jay for a few minutes there,
Nah, dude.
chilling.
Everybody else will fall asleep.
Wow. What else?
Caleb, did you get like a soundboard recording? Can you get a? You should be able to get like a soundboard out of that. Just
I didn't.
the sound was good, but you know, get it into like, you know, an editing program and throw the soundboard recording under the live sound. That's the way to do it, man.
Some crowd sound, some crowd
That's right.
noise.
It would have been cool. I didn't think of that. I was thinking of way too much.
I know you get a lot on your hands.
It's hard, dude. I like the whole tech thing would free me up to just relax me. We loaded in. You know, we played before the other bands, so that means you get your sound check last, and then it always goes right up to doors, and then doors open, and then I had an hour to go eat. I hadn't eaten like all day, so I met it was JJ's House of Jams, my boy from Orange County. He came up. He came up for the show. Yeah, JJ came up for the show.
Oh,
Jaden James, yeah, and
he lives like half an hour away or something.
he lives an hour away. So
an hour away. So a guy that lives an hour away.
The guy lives 10 minutes away.
The guy lives 10 minutes away didn't show up.
Yeah. So
typical.
So we ran. You know, we walked down the street and grabbed a bite, but I was just looking at the clock the whole time because I had to, I have to get back. I have to get dressed. I have to stretch. To do all this shit, and I had an hour.
Leave that one alone, Renus.
It's very stressful. So,
man, dude, the worst. This is Johnny Beans, by the way, for the podcast listeners. The worst, man. The scariest time I ever had was before a show. It was a solo show. It was myself and just a drummer. We were playing a theater in San Francisco. And like it's actually on YouTube. It's on my channel here. We went out to eat, and then all of a sudden my back started hurting really bad, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to go on. It hurt. I don't know why it just hurt so bad. And then I took some
cocaine.
What's the stuff you snort and then you shoot in your arm? No. No. I took some Advil or something, and luckily the back pain went away, and I was fine. But it was scary. You know?
Yeah. It's you got to stretch, you know, especially when you're 51 years old and you're doing flying eddies.
Or you can take Renus's suggestion. That might work.
There you go. Which stage is that, Renus?
Which one?
Good advice. You might want to. Yeah, there you go.
I always wang 50. Oh, yeah.
That'll
Okay.
probably help.
Are you a Chippendale?
Which band member?
Oh man, jeez.
All right, someone might be coming in. Heads
Uh-oh.
up.
Heads up.
Whoa, John Biel, wake up.
What time
Sit
is
up
it?
straight. Sit up straight.
I can't sit up straight right now. I'm melting.
I'm melting.
My God. I want more food now too. I want to go down and get some like chips.
Oh man. You
Oh,
want
you
this?
son of a.
Here.
Yeah.
You got nothing, Jay? You're all out of the kernels?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be here Monday. I'm gonna get a lot of stuff delivered Monday.
The UPS guy and the FedEx guy, they'll be wrestling in the front yard.
And the post office guy.
Yeah, that's why my hand cramped, because I spanked right before the show. Come on, dude. The hot for teacher chick was there. What am I supposed to do?
Did she bring the whip?
Oh God. Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
1/3, man.
1/3? You got 20 more minutes.
It's only 20 more minutes, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I mean, you guys can go longer.
We might.
Maybe.
We might. It'll be just me, the Johnny and me show. You guys will check out at 2 a.m.
2.
Oh, I can't believe we used to go till 3.
Right? Only 3 weeks ago.
Right?
That was only a week ago.
Man.
Way back in early July or mid-July. Wow.
I know.
2 weeks.
It is scary how old we're getting. Yes. It's like some shit better start happening for this band before I'm like fucking decrepit completely.
Have another show tonight, honey.
Yeah. Part of me wants to tour, but then part of me is like, I don't fucking know if I can do that. So.
No, after a couple shows, you'll be, show 2 of a tour is always the worst. Because you go, well, especially, in a metal band when you're headbanging and stuff. The first show, you're like, all right. But then, like, the next morning you wake up and you're like, holy shit, my neck is I can barely move my neck. Then that show 2 is like,
imagine how Angus Young feels.
And you gotta do it again the next night.
Yeah.
Yo, Clayton, what's up?
Clayton, what's up, man?
Yeah. No, dude, God, would be a dream. Are you kidding me? To have like a bus and travel and play this shit, and oh my God. I would love it.
Hey, are you ready?
Better late than never.
I see them. Here we go.
Who's that?
You guys, we got Lori Tucker.
All right.
Lori.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Audio.
Great to see you, Lori. Can't hear you.
Oh, we gotta. Shit.
Call her.
I don't have her number. I swear. Honey, I don't have her number. Honey.
I wish we knew what you were saying. We
Lori,
can't
can
hear
you hear us? Can you hear us?
She can hear us.
You
Yes,
can hear
yes,
us.
you can hear us.
We can't
We
hear
can
you.
hear
We cannot hear you.
see.
Go to options and look at mic or something.
Who's Mike?
Do you have AirPods? Oh, yeah. See,
Now
the
it's
mic is
off.
crossed out.
I think
The
she
mic
just
is
clicked
crossed
it.
out.
Oh,
Yes,
let me
she's
see.
muted.
Let me
She-
see.
It shows it. It shows that she's muted.
Can't unmute. Okay, you're muted. You muted yourself.
Yeah. She,
Now it's not.
oh,
Oh, man.
Lori Tucker from
Yeah.
Hot for Teacher music video.
See.
She's out at a club tonight, and look at her. She's on our show. But anyway, so can you speak? Anyone read lips?
We just need to look at her. We don't need to hear her.
God, come on.
Oh my God.
Here.
Uh,
Let me see. I can call her.
Johnny's calling you.
I'm gonna. You have Messenger, right? Messenger. I'm gonna call you on Messenger.
Johnny Beane is calling you on Messenger.
look at her. How cool is that? Sorry, fruitcake. We scooped you.
Johnny,
There you go.
Oh,
Yes!
we got it.
Hey. Okay.
We hear you.
We got
you can.
on
Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
We
Yes.
hear you.
Can
There we
you
go.
can you see me? I'm completely in
Yes.
the dark here.
No, you look.
Yeah.
We can
yeah,
see
we
you.
can see you.
All
We
right.
can see you.
There you are.
There you are.
ISO'd. There she
How's
is.
it going?
Awesome.
Good. Good. Great.
Welcome.
I'm over here at the Universal Grill watching a friend play.
The Universal Grill is right across the street from Universal Studios
Pretty
on
much.
Lancashire.
Yeah. See it behind me?
Yep.
See it? Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. It's right over there. Somewhere.
There she is.
Oh, very cool.
Lori, what kind of memorabilia do you have from the shoot?
Well, I always took my Polaroid camera on all my video shoots, commercials, but they didn't let us have it on that set. So I didn't get any personal photos, unfortunately, but I have a couple of really fun prints from Niels Lozauer, the god of rock photography. I went to the studio right before shutdown, right before lockdown. And I was on an interview in town, and I just thought, you know what? I haven't seen Neil in 1,000 years. So I just went over to his studio, and I went to go knock on the door, and he was coming out. And I was like, hey. He's like, hey. So it had been, a couple of decades I'd seen him. So he said, come on in. So I went in, and he literally went over. I don't know if you know anything about Neil, but he pretty much lived with Van Halen and toured with them and everything. So, he's got the most iconic rock, photos that he's taken of everybody from Bowie to the Stones to Zeppelin. Yeah. And he has a motorcycle collection in there. And he takes me to this just metal filing cabinet, and he pulls out all the original slides and negatives from the Hot for Teacher video,
Shoot.
Everything, all the pictures
cool.
you ever see from that, in any of the magazines or, videos or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It there. And so there was a bunch of pictures from we had one set up with David. It was from our Waldo setup in front of the purple car. So it was us three teachers and David, and he just let me pick out a couple of great prints and printed them up. So I have a couple of really nice signed prints of pictures that have never been seen before. So they're unpublished. But what I found in my attic not long ago was my call sheet for the video. So it's when you're going to have your first day shoot, back then there was no, internet or email. So they would literally courier it to your house. So I was living in a little apartment in Northridge, and they just had somebody come bring me the call sheet so it says it has David and Eddie and Michael and Alex, when they should be in makeup and on set, and, the rest of the young Van Halen, myself, and it has our locations in the sets that day and everything. So I found that, and then a year later I found one more. So I have a couple of those, which are pretty cool. I can't believe I kept them 36 years. I have my pay stub, but
Right.
Crazy. Yeah.
What'd you get paid for that job?
Actually, it's funny because videos paid almost nothing, like, you know, $150, $200, whatever. But Van Halen actually went through SAG, Screen Actors Guild. So for the 3 days, I got like $1,800,
Nice.
like net. Back then, that was pretty decent, you know.
Yeah.
But for a video anyway. But yeah, so.
Did you have any idea when you were shooting it that it was going to be as iconic and amazing as it was, or did you think you just didn't know
what?
The other?
Absolutely not. But I was a huge Van Halen fan prior to that, and I had a little cassette player when a year before I had gone, like a few years before I'd gone to Paris. An agent brought me out to model there, and I brought my little $12 cassette player, and I had 2 cassettes with me, and I had Van Halen, the first Van Halen, and a Deep Purple, and I burnt that cassette out listening to it, you know, and it was because that was my hometown boys, you know. It was somebody from home and somebody local, and I love them, so it was, you know, really cool to, you know, when I got the call to go on that interview, I was like, oh wow, this is awesome. So I went in on the interview, and I had to do I'd been to this casting person before, and usually on video or even commercial sets, they don't really have a lot of props. You have to like do a little improv, or, you know, you have lines you have to say. So they actually had a little schoolroom set up, you know, like a chalkboard, a couple of tables for desks, and a ruler. And so she just said, okay, you're a teacher, you're giving a lesson, go. So luckily I've had some improv experience through the years. So I just, like, you know, walked around back and forth up and down the little aisle they had made. And I just said, okay, class, I have a math question for you. And then I said, Dave, what does 36, 24, 36 add up to? I don't know. It just came off the top of my head. But anyway, you know, she's like, okay, cut, that's it. So the next, you know, couple days later, I think, you know, they showed the band the videos of, you know, the auditions. And so I got it. And my agency called and said, hey, you booked this. And I had to hold my excitement in, but I still had to go back down to Wilshire Boulevard to the casting place and meet the band. So, and I had to wear a 2-piece bathing suit. And so went in, and I think I met the producer when it was Kramer and somebody. So I think I met the producer, and then they said, okay, the guys are in here, come on. And I went in, and it was like the size of a large walk-in closet. And he had a little couch on one side and a little couch on the other. And it was like, you know, Eddie and David and Michael and Alex on the other side. And I just walked in, and I introduced myself, and I shook their hands very professionally. And that was like really surreal to be in a 5x5 room with Van Halen in a 2-piece, you know. So it was weird. But anyway, I tried to hold my shit together, and so we chit-chatted a little bit. Pretty much just they wanted to meet the girls. And I said,
yeah, you think?
Yeah. So I said, well, that wasn't too painful. And David goes, was for us.
Right.
In David's style, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a good laugh, and then I left. So that's how I got it.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Keith Campbell asked a good question. How many times did you push Dave to the floor?
Oh my God.
Dave.
Or little Dave?
Yeah, little Dave was a little worse for the wear, I think, after, because, you know, I'm 5'11",
Yeah.
and they had me in 4-inch stilettos.
Wow.
And then I have a lot of hair. Back then I had, you know, curly hair, and then they put a big, you know, more hair on me, and I looked like Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. That's what Eddie and I were calling me, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. So yeah, and I went up to Eddie, and I'm like, hey, I know you're a big rock star and everything, but I really want to meet your wife, because Valerie was on set, you know. And so he's like, oh yeah, okay. So I went over there, and I actually said, hey, I don't usually look like this. I was almost a little embarrassed at how I looked with the lingerie on and a whip.
Right.
you know. So anyway, she was really nice, and I just said hi, how you doing, you know, and
Yeah.
so
Very cool.
That was fun. Yeah.
It's awesome.
All right, here's a nerd question. Did you get to touch or hold the Hot for Teacher guitar?
Oh my God, did I get to hold it?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Eddie's guitar.
No.
No,
Eddie's red guitar from the
didn't.
video.
Yeah, in my scene, in the Waldo scene, when we were in the jail cell, Eddie was on the floor, and you know, pretending to try and trip me while I was walking back and forth in high heels. But I know I didn't get
there
near
he
it,
is.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
Opportunity
you can
missed.
see him. Yeah, that's cool.
So cool.
Yeah, I have a little miniature Frankenstein that on one of Neil's prints. I framed it in, you know, one of those nicer frames, and I put the little Frankenstein there. So I just have my own personal Frankenstein.
Nice.
Yes.
There you
There
are.
she is.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thanks
We're
for having
great.
me.
We're gonna anger a friend of ours on another YouTube show who's gonna have you on tomorrow, I think. So
It's next week.
oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I you know,
Yeah. Is he gonna? Yeah.
he
Anyway,
might be a little miffed that we scooped you.
probably. Should I just make some new stories up? Just, you know.
No,
Yes.
say the exact same
Yeah.
story verbatim.
Yes. What's
It'll
funny
have
is-
to be that. I'll try and mix it up a little bit.
It's
but-
the same audience.
I,
you know.
Yeah.
oh my God. Well, I saved one story. I saved a good story for him.
Okay.
All right. We'll let him have that.
Any other questions, guys? Or
Uh,
what'd you think of the Nerd Halen show?
Oh my
Yeah, there you
God. It
That's
was
important.
amazing.
Knew that was coming.
It was such
know,
a
I forgot.
kick, so fun. And you know, Caleb's so talented. I mean, come
Oh
on.
God.
You got like, you know,
Come on.
like, you got top shelf there. But I love, you know, there's a lot of cover bands and stuff, but I love how you have the humor around the amazing music, you know? So it's a cool thing. It's really enjoyable. It's fun. And because Van Halen, you know, they didn't really take themselves too seriously. And so I think, you know, having the comedy in there really is
It's different. Yeah.
suiting, you know,
There's
fitting.
always an underlying humor with Van Halen.
Yeah.
Bingo.
It was really fun. Yeah. And of course there was gay CDC after, and that was how do you beat
Yes,
that?
there
How was
was.
that show?
That's a hard act to follow. So
Man.
I mean, you guys are a hard act to follow. So
Yeah,
only gay CDC could do that.
that's right. Yeah, I was talking to Lori and Steve McKnight, who's the guitar player who plays the Angus part in Gay CDC. He has this little tutu, like this little skirt on, and
He has a
it's
little
hiked up. You
kilt
could
about
see his
3
ass cheeks hanging out when he turns around.
Oh my
He's
God.
all
And
he's the bear, you know. He's all muscly and
Yeah, he's-
tattooed, and you know, and then he's
Does he do the whole like Angus Young like strip?
Oh, yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
Oh,
ripping
yeah.
it on the guitar, and then he like turns around to walk away, and his whole butt's sticking. And I'm like, did anybody order any ass around here? We got it. The
Very
CDC
cheeky,
wants
yes.
to know, what do I do with all that ass, right?
Nice.
So cool.
What was
did
the
anybody
atmosphere?
ever-
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Did anybody? I'm asking all these questions. Did anybody ever recognize you from the video?
You
Because
know,
I know
at the-
you did a lot of other video work in the 80s.
Yeah, I
so-
did. Well, I think at the time, yes. But it's really funny because as Caleb knows, a friend of mine who's a guitarist last month said, hey, you got to join this Eddie Van Halen page. And I did, and we got some comments saying, you know, that's not you, and you don't look like, that doesn't look like her. And I'm like, it's 36 years later. I do not look like that anymore, for sure. But yeah, so back in the day I did, but you know, I think in that video I didn't really look much like myself. You know, I mean,
Right.
the wig and the makeup,
Right.
and they had that section was black and white.
Mhm.
But
I mean, usually people don't put videos on their resume, but did you put that on your? You had to put that on your resume because it was so huge.
You know, I had a little
In
section.
her reel.
At the time when I was just like going out for, I didn't have to have a resume so much for that, but with a little bit of the acting that I did, I had a little section with some on there. Yeah.
Cool.
I have it on there now because I still do a little bit of print and commercial work here and there, but yeah.
So cool. Dude,
Yeah,
Lori, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, you're so welcome.
And stepping out of the club just to do that on your cell phone. Rad.
It's okay. There's a screamer person on there right now. So my ears thank you, actually. My tinnitus thanks you.
Oh, man.
And we got a nice ad for the Candyman movie, too. So that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just saw that.
Don't say it 3 times.
Candyman, yeah. Or Beetlejuice.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Man.
Anything else, boys? John, you had something?
No, I was going to just say, what was the atmosphere like on the video shoot? It must have been a lot of fun. I mean,
I have to
just
say,
a
yeah,
lot of fun
we shot
going on.
at John Marshall Middle School where, Alex and Eddie went. So that was pretty cool. And it was only like 6 blocks from their childhood home.
Pasadena.
And it was fun. I have to say, like, Dave was probably a little more subdued because, they're doing their thing, but he kind of took over.
He was directing
a lot of the video. I mean, there was a director, obviously, and he kind of took over a lot of the directing. And, it's cool that he did because look what we, came of it. But
right.
I just remember the AD or one of the crew was like, oh, the director's a little miffed because Dave's trying to direct everything. Like you could expect nothing less.
So they were
Dave,
getting a little, like Dave was taking over. They were getting
he was. And I remember like the director was
this is my shoot.
Like, oh, he's a little upset about this. God,
wow.
You can imagine. But it was really fun. They were really nice guys, and Eddie was just like always had a smile on his face, just the most humble. I mean, as Caleb knows him well, or knew him well, just super sweet, super humble, just regular.
Yeah.
He didn't act like a rock star at all, just regular guy. And and Michael Anthony, just all of them. Dave's the only one that's a little more.
Did they have to keep the kids kind of separate from the band and everything, or were they like everybody just kind of did the whole thing together?
We kind of all mishmashed. Even at lunchtime, we had the outside caterers come, and everybody just kind of sat everywhere. I think they may have gone in and out of their dressing rooms or something once in a while to, I guess, rest up. But it was fun, and the kids were having a blast.
Great.
And
cool.
we in the jail cell scene, it's the hurry up and wait on set, so you're there for hours. You have this one like 30-second scene, but you're in there for like 3-4 hours.
Was it an actual like set with the jail cell? Was it a set?
Yeah, we shot everything at John Marshall, which was amazing because the school had been closed down at that time, and so we had there was a cafeteria there. There was just room, everything, and then we had the parking lot to shoot the Waldo scene. Whatever.
What
became of Waldo?
You have the dates, right? What were the dates of the shoot?
First date was September 6th, 1984. 6, 7,
they'd just gotten home from Europe. They'd just gotten back from Europe.
Well, I went to Europe for a year and then came back, and then about a year and a half later, I went again for 2.5 years, and so I just come back that second time. And
but the band was just in Europe, literally the days before.
Yeah, because I think they were touring, and then they took a break, and then did this, and then finished touring or something.
They played their last show together, right before, like days before they shot the video.
Wow, yeah.
Lori, you got to send us the call sheet. You got to send us you said you still have the call sheet for it?
I do.
Oh, we got to see that. Send that to Caleb.
I think she did.
I'm kidding.
Man. Even that that's how much nerds we are.
Caleb right after this. It's kind of cool. I framed it, but I'm such a pack rat. I'm really glad I kept that. found some Joan
We're
Jett
glad you kept it.
concert
Dude,
tickets from '82 Munich. What?
you could probably sell that call sheet and
I
you know
Oh, yeah.
and buy a car.
Make posters of it.
Yeah, I've been offered just I posted it before to, I forget, it was a while ago, like last year, and they're like, hey, I'll give you $2,000 for it.
Yep.
Man.
Just
Oh,
screenshot
yeah.
it, dude, and print it out. Save you some money.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep the originals. I have two of
Definitely.
them, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How many days did you guys shoot for that?
Well, I shot for 3 days.
So and I mean,
It
the
was
whole video shoot.
right before my 24th birthday. My birthday's
Wow.
September 11th. I got the Doomsday birthday, 9/11.
Oh,
So
man.
it was kind of a fun birthday present too, you know.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lori.
I just did the math on your age and you just look fantastic. So
Yes.
that's incredible. Incredible.
Lori, did you ride in the car? Did you ride in the car at the end of the video?
Well, yeah, we all
Is that
had
the
to.
one?
We all had to jump in the purple one and the other one. And it's funny because there's a singer friend of mine, Brett Copeland, and he goes, hey, that's my friend's car. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah. So I guess he still has it, which is kind of cool.
That's great.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's hanging around somewhere. But yeah, we got to sit in it. But the owners of the cars are always really picky about. I heard that when Dave did that scene, like right after our, the jail cell scene, and he says class dismissed and the kids go out and then Dave pulls up. I heard that day that the car owner was a little miffed because Dave like peeled out and made the car, well, yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, I heard that story before too. Yep.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
everyone's
sometimes
miffed at Dave. Wow, shocked.
Well, they give you a prop, and I don't know what they expect you to do.
Uh-oh. Did
Pretty
Ned bring
funny.
something in? No.
Huh?
No, when Johnny gets up that quick, it's usually because his cat brings in a dead
Oh.
rat. No.
I have one of those. It's so funny.
Anyway,
Anyway.
anything
yeah.
else, guys? Or should we let
We should let her
Miss
go.
Tucker go?
We should let her go.
Lori, thank you so much. This was super cool.
Definitely.
You're so welcome. Yeah, it's nice.
And I'd love
seeing everybody.
you should come back and hang with us sometime.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
And just we can talk more Van Halen and it'd be great.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you,
All right.
Lori.
You guys, take
Great.
care.
Lori.
seeing you.
Great to meet you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. You too. Ciao.
All right.
Good night, Lori.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Lori Tucker. Man.
Wow.
Thank you, Caleb, for setting that up.
Man, that was months in the works, man.
One less friend for Caleb.
Yeah, I won't be getting any pieces of any bandanas probably. So
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
sorry, but the truth is, I did mention it to her the other night about our show, and so I obviously didn't make a plan for it, but I just asked her if she'd be interested, and she said of course. So
That's awesome.
um,
Good get.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
Yep,
That was very
impromptu,
cool, man.
Piece of talent from Van Halen history.
maybe the most iconic video of all time. I mean, as far as we're concerned. So
Yeah. There she is right there next to Dave.
And she looks great considering
You know what I
her age. She
love?
looks really great.
I love when you talk to somebody like that, did something that we think is super cool, but not everybody kind of thinks of that type of stuff, and who said it before? Sometimes like actors don't put music videos on their resumes because it's kind of like a, whatever. It's awesome to have her come on here and like instantly be excited about talking about it, That was
yeah,
cool.
and I love that she has such good memories of it. And
Yes.
it's all very fresh.
Yeah.
Like that's obviously she's a big fan, and I mean everybody who brushes up against Van Halen or anything Van Halen and who's a big fan will never forget most of it. So it's you could feel that she really enjoyed that experience, and it's lasted and it's ingrained in her.
Yeah.
So
It sounds like they had a lot of fun on the video shoot for that.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
knew something was gonna happen.
Towley.
What?
What is that?
That's Towley.
Why am I on it? Where's the Pringles one? Where's the John Pringle out?
I'm so high right now. I don't even know what's going on right now.
What's it? Oh, that's what he said?
Towley.
Oh, I don't know what. Okay.
Oh yeah, you know, she might have been in the Robert Palmer video too. We didn't ask her about that.
Really?
She definitely looks familiar from that video.
I'm
Next
not sure.
time.
Video stills from
Next
that.
time, man.
Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, the first 2 hours and 45 minutes of this video was terrible. The last 15 minutes was amazing.
Definitely.
Thank you,
Let's
Caleb.
end on a high note,
Yeah, let's end now, quick.
Jay.
Yeah, I've been there.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
Thank you, channel
Wait,
members.
are we starting?
No, that's the ending.
Oh, what?
That's the end.
Huh?
Thank you, channel members.
Thank you so much. And yeah, this will be a podcast tomorrow.
In the
Starring
future.
Lori Tucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah
have to
change the
put that.
title of this video.
Definitely.
She just shortened it to 15 minutes.
Oh, you get it. Yeah, do an edit.
See, that's why you guys. That's why you stay till
Johnny
the
Beane
end
with
of
Lori
these
Tucker.
shows. Stay till because you never know. You never know who's going to show up.
Who have we had on Straturday night? Let's
We're
go down
talking
the
about
list.
wrapping up. We're talking about wrapping it up right now. Somebody else might pop in right before we say "bear."
We don't even know.
You don't
Yeah,
even know.
who have we had? Kevin Dugan, Lori Tucker. Who did we have a couple weeks ago? We had
Well, we have John DL.
from Drew from Sunset Sound.
From Sunset Sound. Yeah.
Sunset
Wait a
Sound.
minute. I've been texting the gangster guy's girlfriend from the Can't Stop Loving You video, and she says she's coming on.
Wow. Wow.
I bet
We
she
got
never
the,
met Van Halen.
That guy's a gangster.
Wait a minute.
I never understood the storyline of those. videos.
We're trying to get the dreams and stuff guy. We don't know. Hopefully, we'll get that our friend there.
We need to get that guy. I think once we get that guy, we should just end the whole channel. Like
that's the epitome. That's the end of it.
You never
That's
top it.
definitely the.
It has to be the climax of the Johnny Beane
Finale.
YouTube
Wait.
channel.
Oh my God.
Talking about it for long enough, like we get him, it'd be like, what do we do now?
That's it.
I want to find the Live Without a Net girl. I'm trying to find her picture.
I bet you do. You've been trying to find her house, haven't you?
Did you make a mock-up of her house, or?
I have exactly what seat she was sitting in New Haven Coliseum.
He tried to buy it.
Oh my God! All right, we gotta end.
Man, all right. I'm trying.
You guys gotta go to bed.
Yes.
You guys gotta go to bed.
Together.
I've got some Twitch I gotta do.
Oh,
Do
that's
your
why
thing.
Johnny wants to leave.
Robot
Yeah.
Master Switch. You here, man? You right? You want to do some GTA?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Join me over there. I'll be live in there in about 20 minutes. So, all right. Thank you so much, Caleb. That was awesome.
What is that behind
Nice.
you? Is that moving?
Who? Which one? Him?
No, I'm looking at you.
Me?
Your right arm looked like something was moving back there.
Yeah. It was,
No, your right arm.
This
Your other
arm.
right.
Your other right.
Yeah, it was right here. Come here.
No, but never mind.
Yeah, it's right here now. Come here. Come here.
As a bear comes through the window.
Fucking horror film.
Yeah. Johnny, isolate.
There he is.
Oh,
There
man.
He just came in.
Ned.
That's why when I got up, I ran to the door to shut him in because he just came in.
I thought he had like a few moles in his mouth or something.
No, that was last
Voles.
week, right?
Couple of
okay?
holes.
Tired.
Oh,
He looks like he got into Jay's stash.
No, yeah, sleepy.
With catnip over here.
Too much catnip.
All right, everybody.
All right. Tomorrow night we got the String Change show.
How long does that last?
An hour.
An hour too long. No, I'm joking.
An hour too long.
Yeah.
Jay's coming on at 1 a.m. before on a school night. Nice going, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have to. I might not have to be a every week guest.
Cool. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're brand new, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Bear.
With John BL. Right?
Maybe. Yes.
Imagine his pants were off.
I got nothing. Should I do a keyboard solo like an old